food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Good evening and welcome to this IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of East Idaho Game Night presented by Project Filter, Valleywide Cooperative, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Additional coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Lookout Credit Union, Teton Auto Group, and Levitt Select. Tonight we come to you live from Ravston Stadium in Idaho Falls, where the Pocatello Thunder will take on the Idaho Falls Tigers. My name is Joel Richardson, and I'm joined by a man who needs no introduction, Jesse Richens. Jesse, we got a great game tonight. Two teams coming off their first game. Idaho Falls fell to a much improved Thunder Ridge Titans team, and Pocatello coming in, and so they start the season 0-1. Pocatello Thunder coming in 1-0 after coming from behind against Skyview.
Yeah, obviously both teams have something to fight for this game. I mean, Pocatello wants to keep that undefeated streak, and Idaho Falls looking for that first win of the season here on their home field. So, I mean, they have a little bit of home field advantage, so it should be something.
Yeah, no doubt. Fans starting to come into the stadium that you can see on the screen, at the top of your screen. The sun's coming down. It's about 82 degrees at kickoff. We're a little bit warm up here, Jesse.
Yeah, we're sweating a little bit up here. Hopefully it cools down for us, and especially the players.
Most importantly, the players.
Especially the kids in black. Oh, my.
Exactly. Pocatello Thunder in the polls, coaches, they're tied for fifth, Jesse. In the media poll, they are fifth. Of course, conference hasn't started yet. They don't do conference play until the end, as they are a three-team conference along with Preston and Century. And Idaho Falls, they got a few votes in the coaches poll this week. In the media poll, no votes. But this year, Idaho Falls returns a lot of experience in starters. Pocatello, on the other side, lost a lot of experience, a lot of starters. So very interested to see how this Idaho Falls team, with that experience, counters a usual productive and powerful Thunder squad.
Yeah, no, experience is a big, big deal. A lot of people underestimate the experience side of things, but it is a very big deal, and it looks like they're about ready to come out.
Idaho Falls Tigers getting ready to come out of their Tiger Tunnel. That awesome display with those teeth in the front, finding their way to get any kind of momentum against this Pocatello Thunder squad. We were talking about both these teams coming in with different records. They mirror each other's records. Idaho Falls 0-1, Pokey 1-0. Idaho Falls may have played a harder opponent. It's just so early to tell. Yeah. But Idaho Falls playing an improved Thunder Ridge team. Their kicker, actually, Juan Varela, he's their kicker and punter. He's a senior, number 34. You'll see him a few times tonight as the team comes out of that tunnel and meets at the middle of the field. He hit one PAT and 2 field goals, including a 39-yarder, Jesse.
Wow.
And he is the leading scorer on this Idaho Falls squad so far.
Yeah, no, that's a big deal. A 39-yarder, that's...
That's even hard in college, as we just saw.
Exactly. Yeah. Not that we're watching a game.
No, we're totally focused on this Idaho Falls Pokey game. And then last week against Idaho Falls, Pokey had to erase a 9-point deficit in the final 6 minutes to get that victory over Skyview, who was a 2023 playoff team. Hey, we're going to take a quick break, recognize our nation's flag, and we'll be right back for the opening kickoff and opening coin toss. This is IdahoSports.com East Idaho Game Night. Be right back.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. It's a beautiful night for football. Friday night lights, although no lights yet as the sun is still setting behind this beautiful Ravston Stadium. Nice rendition of the national anthem from the Idaho Falls Tigers pep band, Jesse.
Yeah, no, that's a tough one. I was in the band when I was in high school, and it's a tough one to do. you get up there.
Jesse was the band guy. I was the choir guy. We're the perfect combination for this football game tonight, let me tell you. As the two teams are getting ready for their captains to meet at center field. Jesse, what are some of the keys to the game tonight for both these squads?
Yeah, so keys to the game. We went down. Well, Joel ran down there earlier and talked to the coaches here, and
yeah. So for offense. That's okay. For offense, Thunder Ridge wants to be super physical. Oh, okay. They want to be physical all 4 quarters, and they want to have super tight ball security. And on defense, they want to be super tough in the trenches, going back to that physicality. And they don't want to give up those big plays. Keep everything in front of them and be smart on defense. Everyone do their 1/11th. Now for Idaho Falls, some of the keys to the game for them, well, it's their first home game of the season.
Right, and they want to make sure they got to protect Ellison, their quarterback, their main guy. He's gonna get back there. He's good at throwing the ball, and that's why you want to protect your quarterback. If he can get the ball out, you got to protect him. And another key to their game tonight, they want to make sure they win the turnover battle, which is huge. In almost every level of football, NFL, college, you got to win the turnover battle. Otherwise, you're going to have issues.
It makes it much easier, right? And there are obviously teams that win all the time when they lose that turnover battle, but it makes it a lot easier to get those victories. And also, I was able to talk to the secondary coach, the DB's coach of Idaho Falls Tigers, and he wanted to make sure they kept everything in front of them as well and provide that physicality. A couple of key players you want to watch for tonight, folks, as you're watching this game, if you're not familiar with either of these teams, as Idaho Falls defers the kickoff. And they won the toss, and they decided to defer. So Pocatello will start, will they receive the kickoff. But some of the players you want to be watching for, Sam LePray, DJ Nieder, and for that's for Idaho Falls. And then for Pocatello, you want to be looking out for Hunter May, right? The obvious the quarterback. He kind of does everything, and you want to be looking for senior offensive lineman Kyle Orr. He was honorable mention last year as an all-conference offensive lineman. And Cody Kahns, he caught that great touchdown pass with 7 yards, that 7-yard touchdown pass with 5:41 to play. And then of course Hunter May just threw a bomb to Tavin Williams, another player you want to be watching for. 3:07 to take the lead and get that victory over Skyview. So a couple players to watch: Hunter May, Cody Kahns for Thunder, as well as Tavin Williams. And then for the Idaho Falls Tigers, watch out for Bradley Ellison, their quarterback, their senior quarterback. He was second-team all-conference last year, traditional pocket passer. And he's gonna make things happen if you can protect him, which is one of the keys that we've talked about. And also that senior tight end Easton Watkins, last game, 6 catches, 109 yards. Jesse.
Yeah, and I want to go back to something you were talking about earlier. I remember watching this Pocatello team last year, and one of Idaho Falls' keys to the game was keeping the game in front of them, which is very important against Pocatello. Pocatello is a very explosive team, so that is a great key that the DB's coach has decided to implement on his team because, gosh, you got to keep them in front, otherwise they're going to get behind you and score. So
Idaho Falls Tigers set to kick off. That's number 34 of the Idaho Falls Tigers, Juan Varela. He is the senior kicker, punter. He takes care of all the kicking duties. He's got a great story for you about Juan Varela. And later on in this program, as the kick goes through the end zone, and it will come out to the 25-yard line, and Pocatello Thunder will start at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be really exciting to see this first drive. Friday night lights, like you're saying, without the lights so far. Hopefully it cools down a little bit, but yeah, this is an exciting opening drive.
Don't see the lights on yet with plenty of sunshine. There is some shade there on the west side of the field where the Pocatello Thunder are lined up. their bench is lined up. Here comes the first snap. It's a handoff to the left side, and he's going to be met at the line, but gets a decent push. We'll get a couple yards on that run. So positive yards there to start the game for the Thunder.
Yeah, that's usually how you see teams start the game. A little bit of a run, get the jitters out, go hit someone, That's what gets you going.
And that was number 12, Cody Kahns, on the run. And he will get a 3-yard gain, bringing up 2nd and 7. Game just getting started, just underway, 11:28 and counting in this first quarter of Week 3. Second game for both of these teams. Of course, used to be Week 0. Now we just call it Week 1 when just a few teams play. Handoff to that left side. That's going to be to number 5, Tavin Williams, who can also play quarterback. And he gets a nice run to that far left side, going left to right. That's going to be north to south there, Jesse.
Yeah, and that time they went with an outside run. So you go inside and then you go outside. You got to keep them guessing. That's how you create confusion on the defensive side of the ball. And with this early rushing, you open up the pass game.
No doubt. We talked about this last year. Jesse and I've done a few games together. Always a pleasure. And we've talked, if you win the running game, you win on the ground. Yeah, it usually opens up the pass, and then you win overall in the game. Establish that run, which everyone says as they continue to do that. 3 runs in a row. This one is going to maybe get a yard. Nice stop there by Idaho Falls Tigers, but it will be a first down for the Thunder.
Yeah, just a simple third down play. You don't want to do anything too crazy there. You just want to get that first down and reestablish. Oh, sorry, was that?
I was wrong.
Yeah,
the last one got them
down.
first down, so it's 2nd and 10. A little rest here, but we'll get it. Thanks for being with us. Opening quarter, Thunder Tigers. Thunder lined up in the shotgun. That's Hunter May. He rolls to the near side, outside throw. That's going to be well short. It was both short and low. Pass intended for number 4, Jet Metchling.
Yeah, and I thought it was a good design. Have him roll out to the right. He had a guy wide open, just a little bit underthrown. Again, as quarterback, you got to get the jitters out as well, so you got to get a throw in.
And with that, it is third down, 3rd and 10, ball on the 31-yard line, 9:59 to play. Clock stopped on that incomplete pass. Of course, Pocatello in their traditional spread offense. You got 3 at the bottom of your screen, 1 to your left. He's double teamed. No one going. He gets rushed out of the pocket. Throw. He's got his man open, but goes too high and incomplete. And Thunder will go just about 4 and out. 2 series on that drive and will be forced to punt. Good defense from Idaho Falls.
No, yeah, that was spectacular defense there. They knew that they had to throw on 3rd down, and that's usually what you don't want as an offense. You don't want to get stuck in those 3rd and 10s. It's probably the hardest call in the playbook is a 3rd and 10. So, but again, great defense by Idaho Falls. I think they held true to their key to the game by keeping the game in front of them.
So Pocatello will punt. And out to punt is number 11, Arda Martinez. Awaits the snap. It's a good snap, and it's a nice booming punt all the way to the 25-yard line. Received and breaks a tackle. Nice run after catch there from Idaho Falls. That's going to be number 22 for the Tigers, DJ Nider.
Yeah, and that was a little bit dangerous. They got to keep an eye on him. I mean, it was a great punt. But
DJ Nider, one of the key players for this team. He's a senior, both plays offense and defense, but mostly defense for DJ Nider. But great run after receiving that punt. So here comes the Tigers. First look here on IdahoSports.com of the Idaho Falls Tigers in that offense. The captain, of course, of that offense. Can't wait to see what he produces. Bradley Ellison, but flags down. We won't see it just quite yet. Their first look is a false start there, Jesse.
Yeah, brutal to start with a false start, but I mean, you got to dust off the dust, you know?
I didn't see who moved. Wonder if it was the tight end there, number 88.
Yeah, they did have a man in motion, so may have caused confusion on their own side.
So on this first offensive drive for the Tigers, of course, Tigers defense comes up strong and forces the Thunder to punt. Bradley Ellison and his men will have to start at 1st and 15, ball on the 38. Takes a snap, couple step drop. Ball is just off the hands, thrown a little bit too high, but probably should have caught that one. Gabe Howe, the senior running back, will not bring that one down. It brings up 2nd and 15.
Yeah, and you're going to see another simple play just right off the bat. A nice little quick pass, just couldn't reel it in. I thought it was a good pass, nice quick drop, and just dropped the ball.
One of the keys of this game was protecting Ellison, and he had a nice rollout, avoiding, but there was really no one there. But obviously it was a designed rollout for Ellison. But you protect Ellison, you're going to get dimes. Either relying at the pistol, but he has his guy rush, and Pocatello reads that really nicely, and that was intended for number 0, Jackson Conrad, the junior running back. And you wonder if he heard some footsteps and he decided, you know what, this is not worth it.
Yeah, no, it was either footsteps or I kind of saw him pointing up at the sky because the sun is beaming right down over the stadium, and he may not even be able to see the ball right there.
So Idaho Falls 2 straight passes that go incomplete. 3rd and 15. They're going to have to throw here as they continue to be on the 38-yard line after that 1st and 10 false start.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a benefit to starting with a run plays. You don't just are stopped in your tracks with passes.
Ellison's got 2 receivers at the top of your screen. Takes a snap, 3-step drop. He's going to scramble, not known for his legs, but does get some positive yards. But the Thunder stop him before he can get anything more than a couple, and that's going to force the Thunder to punt. Good tackle there from number 9, Jordan Austin.
Yeah, great defense. You could see the contain on the outside, so he had to step up inside of the pocket, but that D tackle swam around and took him down for a short gain, forcing this punt. Looks like Ellison is also the punter.
So Bradley Ellison taking care of the punting duties while it's usually done by Juan Varela. Nice high punt there from Ellison, and that's going to go out of bounds at about the 28, 29-yard line. Let's recognize the sponsor there, Jesse.
Yeah. Levitt Select is locally operated with locations in Rexburg, Rigby, Idaho Falls, Twin Falls, and Boise.
You just said Boise.
I did say Boise.
Everyone
Sorry,
in West
everyone.
Idaho just about had a conniption.
Levitt's mission is to help our community by providing policies personalized to each consumer's needs. The community they work and live in is their #1 priority. As such, they offer a wide range of insurance products and companies able to take care of their community's assets. Levitt Select is in Idaho Falls, wants to be your insurance professionals.
Here's Hunter May in the shotgun with Tavin Williams on his right side. Handoff to Tavin Williams. He's going to get to the edge. Nice block there from number 68, Gavin Schiffman. But it's not enough, as they will get maybe
a yard.
Well, maybe a yard, maybe 2. So better than no gain, but not much there for number 5, Tavin Williams.
Yeah, it looks like they're still trying to settle in with the run game a little bit. Haven't been overly successful with the passing so far.
Kaysen Garza was there on the block, but he'll have to come off for a series as his helmet came off.
Looks like there's a stoppage, probably for the clock.
Wonder if the clock didn't start with 8. Right now the clock shows 8:16 to play in this opening quarter. And so the referees are saying the clock should have been at 8 minutes and 31 seconds. We'll get that switched for you. We've talked about Bradley Ellison being a traditional pocket passer. He had a nice game last week. Threw for 1 touchdown. He had a couple picks, but 169 yards.
Yeah, no, that's very impressive. The 2 picks, that's a little hard to get by, but, I mean, if you're passing for 169 yards, you're doing a good service to your team.
Yeah. And then on the other side, Hunter May, again, he had that 7-yard touchdown to Cody Collins last week with 5:41 to play in the 4th. And then he threw that 50-yard, just absolute dime to Tavin Williams with 3:07 to play to take the lead. So Hunter May had a nice game last week. Had 320 yards total. 195 of those were passing.
Wow.
So as he waits to get the sign, looking over, trying to avoid that sun, as you can see on your screen, Hunter May trying to shield his eyes from being able to see something. And looks like they are going to, as they're waiting for the clock to get fixed here, they're going to take a free timeout, Jesse.
Yeah, they're going to go take a little huddle, probably discuss what they're going to do next.
And going back to those Hunter May stats, 3 touchdowns last week, but he had 125 yards rushing.
Gosh.
So again, 320 total with 195 and 125, and then 1 rushing touchdown. Hunter May did it all last week, and it needed all of Hunter May as they only won 29-23.
Right, yeah, no, they're putting, I mean, Hunter May, he's putting his team on his back. And you'll see a lot of quarterbacks these days that like to do that, you know. They like to be under the spotlight in the moment.
So here we go. Clock fixed at 8:20. 2nd and 8 on the 37-yard line. And we'll see if we can get a touchdown on this drive. Would be the first one of the game. Hunter May takes himself, like we were just talking about, breaks a couple tackles, finally gets brought down, and he will be close to the first down. Going to bring up a 3rd and short. Nice run there from Hunter May.
Yeah, they ran a little speed option there to the right. Hunter May wanted to keep it, though. I mean, just like we were talking about, he wants to put the team on his shoulders. He might have our stream going in his helmet there. He's like, you know what? It's my turn.
You know, they have radios now in college where you can bring in the play. Maybe, you know, you never know. You might have a little radio listening to Joel and Jesse, the 2 JRs. Joel Richardson here with Jesse Richens. Beautiful Friday night here in Idaho Falls at the Ravston Stadium, home of the Idaho Falls Tigers and the Skyline Grizzlies. Of course, just across town, you have other teams playing tonight. We'll get you scores for them as this game has breaks and halftime. We'll keep you posted as you stay here and watch this Pokey Thunder Idaho Falls Tigers teams play as Hunter May is swallowed. Tries to find something on the right side, but nothing going. Idaho Falls Tigers, great tackle for a loss there.
Wow, and they did not look confused at all. Idaho Falls, they looked like they were just ready for that play almost. They saw the snap and they're like, okay, Hunter May's going to run it here. So that was a great defensive stop, just great pressure into the backfield. We even saw DBs getting back there.
So it brings up a 4th and 5 with 6:55 to play in the first quarter. All defense so far in this game as Pokey gets set to punt it away. Back to receive is looks to be number 22 again. DJ Nider had a nice punt return last series. Receives the punt, outruns number 6. Yes, he does. And finally tackled there at the, we'll call it 33-yard line. Again, nice, about 10-yard plus run for DJ Nider.
Yeah, I just have a feeling we're going to see one broken tonight. He's just going to go all the way. You can tell he has that natural ability to look down the field. He has that vision, that ball carrier vision that's so important. Just working your way around defenders.
So after another stop from the Idaho Falls Tigers defense, it's 1st and 10, ball on the 35-yard line, 6:32 to play, and Idaho Falls offense takes over. Takes the snap, and it's going to be a quick throw to the flat. Slips, but does get some nice yak there, Jesse, on the first down throw.
Yeah, he put in the effort after the catch. It was thrown a little bit behind him. If it was a little bit more forward, he could have had it on the run, but he was able to spin forward and use that momentum from his body to pick up a couple yards.
That'll bring up a 2nd and 4, ball on the 41-yard line, 6:10 and counting to play in this first quarter. Ellison in shotgun. Runners to his left and behind, almost in a pistol. Hands it off, quick handoff, and he gets second level. Nice run there from number 0. Jackson Conrad has had a few runs tonight so far for this Tigers offense.
Yeah, and that time got a great push up front from his offensive line to open up a hole, and he got a couple yards.
So some positive rushing yards, positive throwing, and we got I believe that's the first down for the Idaho Falls offense. So some nice progress here as they're lined up on the 46. Ellison's got 3 receivers, one at the bottom of your screen, single coverage. Might be something to look at there. Ellison puts a man in motion. That's number 0, Conrad. Handoff up the middle. And as they grab his leg, he was literally running on one leg there, Jesse. A nice run on one leg from, that's going to be number 4, Gabe Howe. And he comes up a little bit ginger as his right leg was being pulled away as he was trying to get forward.
Yeah, I mean, if you have to run with one leg, sometimes that's going to be a little hard on your body.
That's why you were in the band and I was in choir.
Exactly.
Yeah. 2 receivers top of the screen. So same formation, strong pistol that we've seen the last 2 drives. The last 2 plays is working so far as the Thunder defense is trying to catch them, get them to false start. Quarterback runs and he gets out of the pocket, throws it out. The ball does cross the line of scrimmage, so no intentional grounding. That'll bring up 3rd and 7. Nice job from Bradley Ellison to scramble, but the Thunder defense has gotten in the backfield a few times, have caused a little chaos for quarterback Ellison.
Yeah, you got to give him time to make his throws, but just like you were saying, he was a great job by scrambling there and great awareness to know he's outside of the pocket so he could get rid of the football.
as we discussed, Ellison in his senior year, senior quarterback, you always like to see that with a lot of experience. You want your quarterback, you want your commander, your leader to be experienced. Rolls to his near side. He's going to run for the first down, tries to make a man miss, and finally he's brought down. But good run there. Crosses the 50-yard line for the first time tonight. And good tackle there from number 20 of the Thunder, Peyton Bott.
Yeah, and Pocatello's defense is absolutely just shutting down these receivers right now. It is making it very hard for Ellison.
It looks like Tigers are going to go for it, Jesse, on a 4th and looks like to be about 2 yards.
A long 2.
Long 2. Let's see what the Tigers dial up here as they look to the sideline for the call. But the offense stays on the field for this 4th and short.
Yeah, we see this a lot in high school football. You usually go for it around this area.
You cross the 50-yard line, it's time to go, absolutely. And of course, we have talked about the Tigers kicker, Juan Varela, who has a nice boot, as long as field goal, 39-yarder that he hit last week against Thunder Ridge. But the Tigers going to call a timeout, going to talk about it. Maybe they do give Varela a chance here, but that would be a very long field goal.
That would be about a 60.
So we'll take a quick break and step aside. Be right back. You're watching East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com here at Ravston Stadium. Idaho Falls going for it on 4th and 4, ball on the 46-yard line in Pocatello territory. Take the snap, run up the middle. They're going to get the first down, and then a couple more. Nice blocking there up front from the Tigers. They will get the first down.
And that was just great. You kind of saw a little bit of a hard count by Ellison there. He clapped his hands and then
almost got someone to jump.
Yeah, he almost got someone to jump. And then he knew there was hesitation, so he immediately snapped the ball afterwards and handed it off. And Pocatello wasn't ready, and they got that first down.
Jackson Conrad, nice run up the middle. Just hit that A-gap really nicely on that right side of the backside of the center. Nice blocking up front from number 56 of the Tigers, or excuse me, 55, Vicente Lizana, the junior offensive lineman. Throw to the outside, a little screen, a little bubble screen. He runs into the defender, and he'll come down, but nice gain of about 4 on that 1st and 10 throw.
At this point of the game, it's kind of seeming like Ellison is not getting enough time. So I think these quick passes are exactly what Idaho Falls needs to continue doing, and running. Running is working great for them right now.
A little bit of that West Coast offense, kind of dink and dunk on the outside, and that then opens the middle. We've talked about how the rushing game can open the passing game, but in this way, we're opening up the rushing game as they're hitting it to the outside. Ellison, again, in that strong pistol, hands it off. He tries to go B-gap there on the left near side, but not much going there as 78 couldn't block his guy. That was Renee Walker struggling there on the block, but nice defensive play from number 20 of Thunder, Peyton Bott, calling his name once again.
This has been some great game plan for this second drive. The first drive was it was rough for Idaho Falls. They got that first false start and then 3 incomplete passes in a row. So this drive has been a lot better for Idaho Falls, and they are driving.
Idaho Falls once again has a bit of that power left in the pistol. Tight end lined up on the left side. Takes the snap, rolls to the near side. He's going to throw long, and he's going to overthrow his man pass intended for number 3, Easton Watkins. That's the tight end who was lined up there at the bottom of your screen. And he's a target they're going to like. They're going to try to throw to a lot as he's had a nice game last week, Jesse.
Yeah, no, he had a great game, and they're definitely going to want to be looking towards him. He knows how to get open, as we saw right there. Yeah, he had 6 catches, 109 yards, and a touchdown last week. So they definitely want to be looking his way. If you can find a way to use the tight end, your offense is looking good.
And I believe that's the first target there for Easton Watkins tonight. Last season, he was an honorable mention all-conference tight end / wide receiver. And he's a senior this year along with the quarterback, Ellison.
I'm sure they have that chemistry as well. That's why he gets all the targets.
Ellison puts his man in motion, takes the snap. It's going to be another one to the outside. That's Watkins, and does get the catch, and he will be pushed out of bounds. So nice play there from the guys we're just talking about. Ellison to Watkins. Nice work there.
And
The broadcaster curse is gone.
It's been completely cleared. It will definitely not happen this game.
1st and 10 on the 24-yard line. 1:50 to play in the first quarter. Ellison to Watkins is completed, and they are getting closer and closer to that red zone there, almost there for the Tigers.
And they're almost completely covered in shade now. I'm sure they're loving it.
Takes the handoff. Tries to go right, but instead goes left. Nice read there from the running back. Could have been 0, but ends up getting a couple yards. Nice run there from Jackson Conrad for this Tigers offense.
Yeah, you can tell they kind of have Pocatello on their heels right now. They're like, okay, is it going to be one of those quick passes, or are they going to hand it off up the middle again? And that's exactly what you want as an offense.
Tigers keeping things interesting on this drive, mixing in the run and the pass, but passing first before running, as you mentioned, Jesse. Ellison in the shotgun. Hands it off to that left side. And he's shoestring tackled there. Nice tackle at the ankles. That was number 5 on the tackle from the Thunder, Tavin Williams.
Yeah, another great run up that left side. I think they might run it again. I think it's working well enough to where you might have them thinking on 3rd down they're going to throw. But we'll see, though.
Going to have time for 1, maybe 2 more plays as the clock is running out of this first quarter of action. The first sustained drive for both teams is coming here in these closing moments. Ellison back to pass, throws to the right side, got a man open, touchdown! Excuse me, not touchdown, close. Close to the touchdown. That's a completed pass to the 4-yard. I was so excited. On the 3-yard line. Nice throw from Ellison.
No, that was a great throw. A nice little corner out, and I think that was his tight end again. Yeah, no, he knows how to get open. He knows how to get off of the safety corner, whoever's covering him, and almost scored a touchdown there as my partner got excited here.
Apologize. It's warm up here, but we're making it happen. Great throw there from Ellison. Cross hash there, Jesse, as he went to Watkins on the opposite side of the field. Here they are again in that shotgun. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 1 at the top. He's going to roll to his left. He's got coming, and that's going to be a touchdown. It is. Watkins scores on the throw from Ellison. And that's going to be a 3-yard touchdown catch for Watkins. First of this game.
Yeah, and that was a fantastic play. The rollout to the left, I absolutely love that because you have a right-handed quarterback. And, I mean, everyone does not expect a left rollout, but he did and then threw a perfect dime to his receiver into the corner of the end zone. What a catch. Looks like flags are down, and they're going to call an encroachment on the defense. I beat the PA to it. Just
That's why Jesse Richens is here, folks. Keeping me honest on those false touchdown throws. Shout out Matt Bringhurst for reminding me what defines a touchdown.
It's that big white line.
Jesse, I got about 5 texts from all kinds of friends. Hey, the touchdown is past the pylon.
I'm glad they're letting you know.
You know, I have great friends. So now the Tigers on looks to be like the 2-yard line, 1-yard line, and they're going to go for it here, go for the 2-point conversion after that encroachment from the Thunder defense. Ellison takes the snap, rolls to the far side, looking for his open man, but Thunder defense comes strong, and there will be no 2-point conversion shut down by the Thunder.
Yeah, and that was a little bit of a risk there. I mean, on the encroachment, you got what? I think an extra yard. And it's interesting that they go to throw for the 2-point conversion. I would have thought a nice run up the middle, but Pocatello was ready for it.
So the Tigers strike first with 22 seconds to play on that 3-yard touchdown pass from Ellison to Watkins. Easton Watkins, excuse me, the senior-to-senior connection. But the 2-point conversion is no good after the encroachment from the Thunder defense. But the line came in hot, got in the backfield, and nothing going there on the 2-point try. Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. Tigers set to kick off, going south to north, and Thunder will take over, going north to south. Thunder would love to get a big explosive play here as they end the first quarter. 22 seconds to play in this opening stanza of the East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. Recovers the bouncing kickoff. Gets past the 20, 30. What did I say? Explosive play is what they wanted and what they got. Runs all the way to the 37. Went out of bounds at the 36-yard line. So with 12 seconds to play in the first quarter, the Thunder will take over with good field position to start this offensive drive.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want. You want to be able to start a little bit closer. So it's a little, you don't have to move as far down the field. Your offensive linemen don't have to block for so long. And I think just like you were saying, Joel, Pocatello is going to be looking for those explosive plays that they're so used to. Surprised that we haven't seen any yet, but I'm sure that's exactly what they're trying to go for here.
Well, those explosive plays are being denied by that secondary from the Tigers as the ball is thrown up, and that's going to be no good. That ball could have been a pass interference, but ball was uncatchable. Good call from the officials, bringing up 2nd and 10 with 6 seconds to play in the first quarter.
You're exactly right, Joel. It definitely could have been pass interference. The DB did not turn his head around, but the throw was well over his head, so it wasn't catchable. Just, it's a good call by the ref.
And we talked about they were looking for those explosive plays to get past that secondary, really into that and to the second level, but past that. But so far, the Tigers have been stout, not just up front, but in the secondary. As Hunter May rolls to his backfield, rolls to the near side in the backfield, and that's going to be completed pass to number 4 for the Thunder, Jet Metchling, and that's going to bring, almost an end to the first quarter. 1 second to play in this first quarter. Jump the gun again. But don't worry, the quarter will end. And it does with 0 to play in the first quarter. We're going to take a quick break. 6-0 Idaho Falls Tigers, the home team, leading the visiting Pocatello Thunder. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break. You're watching the East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through 2 strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. Joel Richardson with Jesse Richens here on the call for all you watching and listening on Friday night. Great to have you with us. Rafston Stadium, home of the Idaho Falls Tigers. Pocatello Thunder on offense. Hunter May takes the direct snap. Little wildcat play there. Not wildcat, but he takes the play nonetheless and gets a nice run there over 10 yards, first down, just shy of the 50-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great keeper there by Hunter May, and we know he can run. I mean, all those yards he had last week.
Got to give some time for the line crew to march down to the line of scrimmage. So nice 1st and 10 run, gets a first down from Hunter May. So ball on the 49-yard line. May's going to throw now. It's going to be a lob. He's got his man open. Incomplete, but flags are thrown. Probably going to be, it is going to be a pass interference. Pass intended for number 81, Hunter Cordell. And going to be a PI on number 1 of the Tigers, Salem LaPrey.
Yeah, and I think they kind of knew what they were doing there, because the play we saw earlier, they threw it up to him. There's a little bit of interference, but the ball was uncatchable. This time the ball was catchable, so this time they were able to call that pass interference. Maybe a little bit of a bait.
So the penalty will take them to the 41-yard line into Tigers territory.
Starting to cool down. Sure, those guys down there are absolutely loving it.
Especially on the Idaho Falls side, as that sun was just
the fans are still
tearing into them over there. And the fans are still in the sun, but you know what? They're not doing the hard work, so they need to, get some of that sun, really feel for the as a nice. They let him through on that screen play to the near side. A nice 7 to 8 yard gain there from number 5, Tavin Williams once again. I love that play when they when the line let the defenders through. They get that screen play to that near or far side, and great yard after catch.
Yeah, and that's so frustrating, that play as a defensive lineman. You think you're going to get him.
Hunter May takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff back to Tavin Williams. Tavin Williams is a big dude there, but gets wrapped up. Good tackle from number 78. Renee Walker.
Yeah, that's a fun little delayed handoff they just did. You think Hunter May is going to roll out to the right, and then all of a sudden he hands it off to his guy. It's a fun play to watch.
Brings up 3rd and 1 with 10:45 to play. Ball on the 31-yard line. Second quarter of action of this Week 3 matchup. Idaho Falls Tigers versus the Pocatello Thunder. So far, a lot of defense this game, but both teams having sustained drives. This one followed by the Tigers' touchdown.
It's that urgency. Got to get it on both sides.
Hunter May tries a hard count, doesn't get it, hands it off. And nice gobbled up tackle there. I don't think they got the first down, Jesse.
I do not think so. In fact, he may have lost a yard. It's close.
So Tavin Williams was on the carry, but he was tackled right at the line of scrimmage by it looked like the entire defensive line of the Tigers. So, of course, we're in this territory. They're going to go for it. 4th and 3 with 9:54 to play in the second quarter. We'll see what the Thunder draw up here.
Yeah, they want to match that touchdown that was just scored on him.
No doubt. 4 wide, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Hunter May takes the snap. He rolls to his left, but he fakes the option. He's going to break tackles again in 5. Touchdown. Hunter May takes it himself to 6.
And no doubt that time, Joel, that was a touchdown. Good job. No, that was great. Just like you said, the fake option pitch, that was spectacular. I love the option play. It is so much fun to watch. It creates so much confusion on the defensive side of the ball. And he did that perfectly. The fake pitch and all, cut right up the middle and scored on that 4th down and 3.
That Tigers defense totally bit on that far left side as the kick is up, and the kick is a bit of a line drive, but goes through, and the Thunder lead 7-6 off the PAT. Hunter May with the 33-yard touchdown run off that pitch that Jesse was getting so excited about. Great play there from Hunter May to fake the option, take it himself. Tigers defense bit. And 6 for the Thunder, plus the extra point, and they lead 7-6. So after a slow first quarter, a lot of great defense, but very few points except for the Tigers' offensive strike. we get some offense going late in the first and early in the second, Jesse.
Yeah, I think the urgency from both teams is obvious here, a little bit later in the first half, obviously. But, I mean, it's great to see both teams picking up the pace on offense and getting some scores on the board.
So Pokey leads by 1 after the touchdown and the point after. And Tigers will look to answer on this drive. Waiting the kickoff from number 18 for the Thunder, Saki Tawakisi. Nice run here up the middle. Finally gets brought down to the 45-yard line. That was number 3, Easton Watkins. Great run there up the middle on the kickoff.
Yeah, that was great. Usually you see kickoffs go to the outside, kickoff returns, excuse me. But that time he saw the hole in the middle. And again, it's that importance of ball carrier vision. You just need to know where you're going to go with the football and make that decision quick. A lot of ball carrier vision is knowing where to go, but then going there, not hesitating. So great job by Watkins there.
And nice, would have been a big play saving tackle from the Thunder defense. Pitch to the near side. And that's a decent run play. We'll get a couple yards for Jackson Conrad.
I'm sure they're going to want to come out and establish the run game again, just like their last drive. An amazing last drive. I don't know how many plays it was, but it was quite a few plays. And as a defense, you don't like that very much. If the offense stays on the field for too long, you get a little irritated. So I'm sure that's what they're trying to go for again, this Tigers offense.
Cash Dookie was there on the tackle. Nice tackle there from Stuckey. Ellison throws, incomplete pass, a little bit too low for his receiver, but the Thunder defense was right there, ready to tackle. Looked like that was number 20 for the Thunder, Peyton Bott. So brings up 3rd and 8 on the 47-yard line, 8:36 to play. Thunder leads 7-6. So on this 3rd and 8, you expect the passing play.
You just got to give protection to Ellison here. That's what's going to allow you to get the first down, because so far it's just these quick passes that they're able to complete.
3 wide for Ellison, senior quarterback. Surveys the defense, takes the snap. He's got an extra blocker, throws it high, and they're going to go up. No good. Pass intended for number 17, Tyson Pletz. And just a bit over his head. Even if he had caught it, probably was going out of bounds. Nice coverage there from number 11, Adrian Martinez of the Thunder secondary.
Yeah, and you saw his little celebration. He kind of put on the seatbelt. He's got him covered. It was a great defensive play. I thought he was going to get up over him and catch it, but, I mean, that defense was just amazing.
So Idaho Falls Tigers will set to punt it away. Waiting to receive the punt is number 1, Hunter May. The punt is away, hits a bunch of different players, but still gets a nice roll. Hunter May jumps on it. Almost picked up there by number 3, Easton Watkins. But Hunter May picks it up just in time. And for as muffed punt as that was, Jesse, it ended up being a good punt for the Tigers.
Yeah, it was pretty lucky. I mean, it was lucky on both ends. I mean, I think it hit one of the Pocatello players, and Watkins could have fallen on it. It would have been their ball down there, but Pocatello lucky enough to fall on it. But on the other hand, it was still a little bit lucky for Idaho Falls because, like you said, Joel, the punt went pretty far with the nice bounce.
Officials are now conversing there. Very curious who touched it. If it was a Tigers player, then the ball should be further up, maybe at the 30, 35-yard line.
That's true. So I think they are calling it that it hit one of the Pocatello players.
Looks like they're going to line it up at the 32-yard line. So here we go. Thunder on offense after getting a stop on defense. Hunter May rolls to the far side. He'll throw to the sideline. The pass is completed. Nice tackle there from the Tigers defense.
It's interesting, both teams running a couple of those rollout plays. It's been pretty effective for both teams so far. Kind of like last week, I was working with Sean Kane, and we noticed
Century Burley.
Yep, Century Burley. It was a good game. It was a fun time, but we noticed a lot of teams do not run under the center anymore. Not a lot of single back, even I form. It's a lot of shotgun formations and pistols.
And it, it gives these linemen time to think, time to breathe, and also the quarterback. Hunter takes the snap. Again, throw to the outside, but just too far. Pass intended for number 21 of the Thunder, Isaac McCulloch. And that'll bring up 3rd and 5, 33-yard line. What do they draw up here, Jesse?
Oh, it's going to be I would like to see him run a screenplay here. I know sometimes a screen is a little...
Bubble screen play?
Yeah, bubble screen. Maybe the halfback screen out of the backfield. That worked great for them last drive, where you kind of let the defenders through, and it's just so frustrating as a defender. But I imagine we'll see the Tigers try to keep everything in front of them here. Probably run maybe a cover 2 man. We'll see.
So Hunter man the shotgun with Tevin Williams on his left hip. Williams gets the block for May, and that's going to be a throw to the outside, near side to Hunter Cordell, and they're pushing and shoving, trying to get further yards, and they do. Nice first down reception and throw from the Thunder offense.
Yeah, again, there's that rollout, and it's a rollout to the left. You just never see it coming. And it was a great route there, and he stopped right across the first down line, which was perfect for the quarterback. He knew exactly where to go with it, Hunter May, and he got it there.
The Tigers got to the backfield, but May immediately knew where to go, like you said, went to that near side. So Tigers getting penetration up front as Hunter May gets the snap, and it's that screenplay that we talked about. And Williams has beat a couple guys with some nice blockers, and he's going to get shoved out of bounds, at the 15-yard line. Nice run there from Tavin Williams.
I knew that screenplay was coming back eventually. It worked so great for him. I think they just had a couple slip-ups with the earlier one, so I know they wanted to run it again, and that time it almost got him a touchdown.
Last week, the Tigers gave up 20 points to an improved Thunder Ridge team. And the defense is going to call a timeout and try to regroup, maybe get some water, catch your breath, as the Thunder have had this sustained drive in almost this entire second quarter with 7:28 to play, Jesse.
Yeah, you want to keep refreshed. I mean, your team is probably a little bit demoralized because, like you said, the Thunder, they're doing great right now. They're completing passes. They're running the ball extremely well. So you just want to get your defense in the right mind here. Just say, hey, guys, just calm down. Everything's going to be fine here. Just play our game how we want to, and everything will be okay.
Ball at the 16-yard line. It was a great screenplay from the entire offense, but Tavin Williams reading that screenplay really nicely. Got some great blocks at second level from his receivers and tight end.
Yeah, and I think they just caught the Tigers in the perfect defense as well. They brought a blitz, and when you bring a blitz, you lose multiple defenders that could be on that back end that could catch up to the running back.
First time seeing Hunter Cordell play, and really impressed with this young man. Lining up on the outside, near side of your screen. Wonder if this ball is going to him as he has single coverage. And instead, he is blocking for, and that's number 12, Cody Kahns. And Kahns is tackled finally at the 2-yard line, 3-yard line there, Jesse. So got a nice block from Hunter Cordell and Cody Kahns, and the offense knocking on the door.
I thought he was going to score. He was just shaking and baking down there. He was dodging guys left and right, but couldn't quite get in.
So within 5 yards, Hunter May will take it himself, will dive into the end zone, but just stop short. I feel like the dive was a little bit soon there, Jesse.
It was a little bit soon. Maybe he lost sight of the goal line. Kind of like your call.
Those pylons are hard. The orange just kind of blends in with the green,
Yeah, I don't know why they go with orange. It just blends in perfectly.
6:35 to play. Thunder inching closer to that touchdown after Hunter May's dive to the 1-yard line. Hunter May's got 2 backers to both hips, and he will take it again himself. Touchdown, Hunter May. Touchdown, Pocatello.
That almost seemed a little bit too easy there. I mean, it was a good idea by Pocatello. They kind of spread out the defense a little bit by still having some wide receivers out wide. But, man, I could have seen that coming with the 2 backs next to him. Just a nice lead block right up the middle. He didn't even need both of them. He was
You and I could have ran through that hole, Jesse.
I could have ran
goodness.
through with a tuba. Yeah, it was just a great showing by that offensive line of Pokey.
13-6 field PAT pending. PAT is up and it's good. Nice kick there from number 4, Jet Metchling. That's his second PAT of the night, and the Thunder lead 14-6. Let's recognize the sponsor, Jesse.
Levitt Select is locally operated with locations in Rexburg, Rigby, Idaho Falls, Twin Falls, and Boise. Levitt's mission is to help our community by providing policies personalized to each consumer's needs. The community they work and live in is their #1 priority. As such, they offer a wide range of insurance products and companies able to take care of their community's assets. Levitt Select in Idaho Falls wants to be your insurance professionals. Please call them today at 208-522-2582. Levitt Select Insurance, here for all your insurance needs.
With 6:24 to play, Pocatello Thunder lead the Idaho Falls Tigers 14-6. Thunder visiting the Idaho Falls Tigers here at Rafston Stadium Friday night. The temperature has dropped a little bit, but we started at about low 80s, 81, 82 degrees, Jesse. Cooling off, feels great. It's a perfect night for football.
It sure is. I just got to give a quick shout out to one of my buddies. He's watching all the way from Oklahoma. He called the HB slip screen, that big play that they had that set up the touchdown. Good call, Zach.
All right, Zach, you should come work for us, man. IdahoSports.com needs Zach and his good play calls, especially when I'm calling false touchdowns. 15-yard line, receiving the ball is punched out on the tackle. It was a great run from Jackson Conrad. And the officials signaling that it's Tigers football.
Yeah, they were lucky to fall on that one. Man, I mean, he was set up for another great return, just punched the ball out.
So it was a good return, but punched out on the tackle. It was a big hit there, Jesse, by the Thunder defense. But with 6:15 to play, Tigers down 8. They have a chance to tie here as they get started on offense. Handoff. Up the middle. Met after about a 5-yard gain. To the 40-yard line, we'll bring up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, another great run. Again, I think the Tigers, they do really well when they establish that running game. So that's exactly what they're trying to do, because when you run the ball, you open it up a little bit for Ellison, who's an amazing pocket passer.
You don't see many traditional pocket passers anymore, especially at the high school level.
Yeah.
Not many Peyton Mannings.
Tom
Brady's out there. Throw almost picked off. 21 read that like the Sunday morning newspaper. Isaac McCulloch almost picks it off there, Jesse.
Yeah, just a great play. They've seen that play a couple times that the Tigers have run, the little tunnel screen with the receiver. So I think he was 21. I think he's either, a defensive back, safety corner. He just knew it was coming and ran up. And, man, if he had picked that off, that would have been something else.
That was to the house, no doubt. 5:32 to play. Bradley Ellison and his offense is at a 3rd and 5, ball on the 41-yard line. Second quarter of action. Ellison surveys the defense. Thunder would love to get a sack here. Ellison throws it long. He's got his man open. That's caught. 30, 25, 20. They finally bring him down at about the 21-yard line. Great 3rd and 5 conversion for the first down.
Absolutely fantastic play. That wide receiver, he just breaks that coverage on the left side. And, man, Ellison could not have put that in a better place.
I believe that was number 88 for the Tigers. Jagger Williams, the senior wide receiver, beat his man, and Ellison hit him right in the hands. Low snap, but they do get the pitch off to the near side, trying to cut up the field, and ends up making something out of really nothing there, Jesse. Nice run there from Jackson Conrad.
Yeah, he was given a little bit the short end of the stick there on that pitch. It was a delayed pitch because of the fumbled exchange, fumbled snap a little bit. But he was able, like you said, to turn nothing into something. He broke a tackle or two and just kept falling forward. That's what you want to do as a running back.
Tiger offense in the red zone on the 14-yard line. 2nd and 7, 4:45 to play, 14-6. Pocatello leads. Play action. They do get the screen off. Breaks the tackle. And that's a nice yards after catch from number 4. He was met, but was able to break a couple tackles. Gabe Howe does a great job of getting some positive yards. Bring up 3rd and short.
I like to see all these screen plays. Screen plays are so much fun because you give your guy the chance to run around and make plays. That's what screens are for. You give the playmakers on your team, you give them the ball and let them run around.
Let them cook, as the kids would say.
Exactly. Let them cook.
3rd and 4, ball on the 11. Knocking on the door is this offense. Low snap. They're going to go long to the end zone. He's got his man open. Incomplete, just beyond the hands of number 88 again, Jagger Williams. He was open there, Jesse. Would have been 6.
I feel like we were seeing it in slow motion from up here. You just saw his long arms go out there, try to grab the ball out of the air. Oh, that would have been something else. But just a little bit past his fingertips.
So 4th and 4, they will bring out their field goal kicker. Mentioned his name a few times. That's Juan Varela, the senior kicker. He's hit a 39-yarder. This will be a 28-yard field goal attempt. The sign is up, the kick is up, and the kick is good. That's another field goal from Juan Varela, this time 27-yarder. And the Idaho Falls Tigers get 3 more and take the lead, 9-7.
Sorry, excuse that. Pocatello is leading currently. We just forgot to put it on our own scoreboard. It was that rushing touchdown from Hunter May. But again, a great field goal. Nothing but net.
Right through the uprights. So 14-9, Thunder still lead the Tigers, despite what we said earlier. When I say we, I really mean me.
Well, I'm running the scoreboard, so could have been partly my fault, of course. I have to make faults every once in a while as well.
All right, that's fair. So Tigers score. They do get points on the board, 14-9. Down 5. Varela. Nice kickoff. Almost gets the end zone, received at about the 2-yard line. And gets to the outside. Trying to make a couple guys miss. Nice moves there from number 6 of the Thunder, Huston Hemrick. And he's finally brought down. Ball comes down. Idaho Falls says they got it. They do got it. Fumble on the tackle. And we got some flags, some extracurricular activity there after the play, Jesse.
Probably unsportsmanlike conduct for throwing the ball up in the air. That's fine. Not fine. Got to control those emotions. It's exciting, though, to recover a fumble. Unless there were some words exchanged from Pocatello's side. We'll see what the refs are discussing here. The officials, I guess, is the official way to say it.
So after that 28-yard field goal from Juan Varela, the senior kicker for the Tigers, on the kickoff, on the ensuing kickoff, Pocatello fumbles the ball at about the 37-yard line. We'll get the call here from the officials. So it's unsportsmanlike conduct on the Tigers, and then I'll march the Tigers back 15 yards. So you go from being in Thunder territory to being behind your own 50 with 3:40 to play.
But at least you have the ball, right? I guess.
You do have the ball, which allows them to maybe take the lead here going into halftime. We'll see what they cook up, as they had another sustained drive. The Tigers had another sustained drive after Pocatello's touchdown.
Yeah, I'm sure they're excited to get back out there and have another one. It was a good drive by the Tigers.
Bradley Ellison and his men line up. Handoff to that C gap. Nice run there from Jackson Conrad. And he gets about 6 yards. Nice tackle there from Cash Stuckey. We'll bring up a 2nd and 4.
And so far, I feel like Idaho Falls is winning down in the trenches. They've got a good push on that offensive line, and that is so big. That's where the game starts. You snap the ball from there, and that's where the first action starts to happen, is on the line of scrimmage. And Idaho Falls is doing great down there.
Ellison takes the snap. Play action. Tries to evade tacklers, but he can. He'll get dropped for a loss. Nice sack there from the Thunder defense. That's number 20 for Pocatello, Peyton Bott.
And the commentator curse has been resurrected. The trenches fell that time. Yeah, that time Pocatello's able to get that penetration in there, and they're able to sack Ellison. And it's just those long developing plays that the Tigers have a little bit trouble with on offense.
And those are secondary sacks, right?
Yes.
Meaning there was great coverage in the secondary. Wide receivers weren't open, and he just held the ball too long and couldn't evade tacklers who were coming in for the tackle for loss. 3rd and 8, 50-yard line. Ellison goes long to that same wide receiver, and he's going to get pass interference called for him. Not a little extra acting too there from number 88, Jagger Williams. So far been a favorite target for Ellison in the second quarter, Jesse.
Definitely, and he's a big target too. I think that's definitely why he's one of his favorites. I mean, if you have a guy that towers over the cornerback who's covering him, you're going to want to get him the ball because he can get up in the air with those long arms and just bring that ball in. He may have gotten away a little bit with a overthrown pass with the pass interference, but
Jagger Williams had beat his man again, but the safety was coming over to help to get that double team going.
Right.
So it was pass interference, 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. 1:57 to go. Clock stopped for that penalty. And here comes Ellison. 3-step drop, rolls to the near side. He throws far, 2-man in coverage, and that's almost caught, but dropped. And great defense there from the Thunder's number 11, Arden Martinez, and number 7, Nick Martinez. Good double coverage there from the Thunder.
Wow, they had me they had me fooled. If I was on that Pocatello defense, that probably would have been a touchdown because they ran a little fake screen down here, and I was following that. I was watching that with the camera, and all of a sudden I see him throw it up top. Can't believe he dropped it. It would have been a touchdown.
Just a little bit better defense there than offense between the Tigers and the Thunder. Ellison takes a snap. He'll pitch it. He'll break a couple tackles. Nice run there from number 0, Jackson Conrad. Gets second level, and he will get a first down. Nice run there.
Great call. I mean, you're kind of expecting a pass play after the big pass play where you think you're going to catch it. I thought that was a great play. And, man, Conrad, he is a tough runner. He is determined to get every single yard that he can, and he is fun to watch.
Idaho Falls last week did not run a lot. Didn't get a lot of rushing going. Offense only had 42 yards in rushing, Jesse, so didn't really establish the run, but definitely established the run tonight as they hand it off once again. And he'll get a couple with 1:17 and counting to play. You want to start thinking about maybe timeouts, Jesse, as that clock is winding down to this first half closure.
I think for Idaho Falls, they're exactly where they want to be. But I think Pocatello could consider the timeouts if they want to score before halftime. But I think the Tigers feel very good about the place they are with the clock.
57 seconds to play, 2nd and 7. Ball on the 21-yard line. 50 seconds to play. Ellison takes the snap, rolls to the near side. looking for a man open, and he ends up throwing the ball away. Nothing going there, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7, 43 seconds to play till the end of the half.
And that's why you feel okay with the clock sometimes, because you know an incomplete pass is going to stop the clock. You can take a little bit of a break before you snap the next play.
And at halftime, we're going to have the Grid Kids coming out and playing some football. Shout out to Leif Morrison, who has a lot to do with that Grid Kid organization, living out there in the Magic Valley.
Leif is great. He's awesome.
You worked with Leif on during the Rocky Mountain Rumble.
Yeah.
3rd and 7, 21-yard line. 43 seconds to play. Pocatello leading 14-6. Ellison takes a snap. 3-step drop, throws it high. He's got his man open. A little push-up. Are they going to call it? It's completed. They do call the catch. No penalty. Great throw and great catch, Jesse.
They just absolutely love that corner out to Watkins, and it works. If he can get that ball exactly where it needs to be, which he can. Ellison is an amazing quarterback. He's very precise. It works almost every single time. What a pass.
And that was another cross-hash pass, Jesse, to Watkins. Like you said, they love that throw. And here we go. 1st and goal on the 4-yard line. 38.1 seconds. Ellison takes the snap, fakes the pitch, and ball is batted down. Had his man open in the end zone. Great defense there from the Thunder defensive line.
Yeah, he had his guy, number 4, right in the middle of the end zone. It was a little bit of a slip out. I'm sure he was blocking beforehand and then used that as a little bit of a disguise to go up into the end zone, but it was batted down at the line.
2nd down.
So 2nd and 4, 14-9. The scoreboard shows the Tigers scored, but they have not scored.
Oh.
Here come the Tigers. They try to run it, and they get stopped at about the 2-yard line.
I think they're kind of hoping for good fortune with having them scored on the scoreboard. Because they definitely did not. Yeah. Huh.
So there was no signal of a touchdown. And I missed a couple of touchdowns tonight, calling it too soon.
Guess
and
you're
they
not the
didn't.
only one.
Okay, good. I'm like, I know they did not score. It's 2nd and 4. Now it's 3rd and 2 after that 2-yard run.
I don't know if people could trust you, Joel.
Maybe they heard but I didn't say a touchdown this time.
You didn't.
I was right, and they fixed it. Shout out to this is the first home game for Idaho Falls Tigers, so still figuring a few things out on the scoreboard, but no problem. Very grateful for all the volunteers who make these games happen, all the parents, coaches. You definitely don't do this for the money or the clout as you get yelled at, hey, your scoreboard is wrong.
Oh, my goodness.
But appreciate everyone helping out, bringing these student-athletes games to your screens.
And the new AD here.
The new AD doing work, Nick Birch. Appreciate all of his help. We'll shout him out at the end of the night as well. 3rd and 2 on the 2-yard line. 28 seconds to play. Can Ellison punch it in? They do a throw to the outside, and he's stuffed. Going nowhere. That was a throw to the outside to number 17, Tyson Pletz, the junior wide receiver. Nothing going there. We'll bring up 4th and 2 with 20 seconds to play. And another timeout called by Idaho Falls. No, excuse me. The clock continues to run. 14 seconds to play. 10. Take the snap. He rolls to the near side. He throws across the middle. Pass is incomplete. Great defense there from the Thunder, and it is a turnover on downs from the Thunder. Nice defensive stop.
Great defensive stand, stopping Idaho Falls from scoring before the half. That is huge because they would have gone into halftime with the lead.
Tigers get the ball at half as they deferred in the first half. Expected at least a running play there, maybe on that 3rd down, and then that opens up that 4th down throw if you want to do that there. But Idaho Falls elects to throw on both those downs, and that middle was just really congested there, Jesse.
Yeah, definitely a bummer for Idaho Falls not able to score before the half.
Thunder take a knee and will go into the half, leading 14-9.
And on that third down play, they tried I recognized it. It was a Kansas City offensive play. I think it was called Corn Dog. It's what won them the Super Bowl, actually. So they ran an NFL play. Didn't work, though.
Thunder defense better than the NFL defense. We kid. But Thunder defense comes up strong as they get the fourth down stop, and they help their offense keep their lead as it is 14-9. We'll take a quick break and be right back for a recap of the first half and maybe some scores around Idaho high school football. You are watching the East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. We're at halftime where the Pocatello Thunder lead the Idaho Falls Tigers 14-9. Game reset for you if you're just joining us. Idaho Falls QB Ellison threw in the first quarter with 22 seconds to play, hit Easton Watkins, the senior tight end, for a 3-yard touchdown throw, and the 2-point conversion failed, And then in the second quarter, the Pocatello Thunder finally scored with 9:27 to play. Hunter May, a touchdown rush, was a 33-yard run from Hunter May. The PAT was good. And then later on in the second quarter, just about 3 minutes later, Jesse, Hunter May again scored, kind of walked in the end zone. You and I could have walked through that hole. 2-yard touchdown rush from Hunter May. PAT was good. And then with 3:56 to play, Juan Barrera, the senior kicker, hit a 28-yard field goal for the Idaho Falls Tigers, and that brings us to 14-6. Break down some of that play there, Jesse. What worked for the Thunder? What didn't work?
So what I saw from the Thunder, a lot of what was working was, their screen plays were working perfectly. Their rushing wasn't all that great in the first half. I think they need to be patient with the rushing. But, yeah, they were very successful with their explosive plays, obviously. I think the option is working great for them as well. That was that big, 36-yard rushing touchdown from
Yeah, 33-yarder from Hunter May. Yeah.
Hunter May, that was an option play where he kept it right up the middle.
Fake the entire left side of the defense out.
Yeah, I think they need to focus on running up the middle. It seems like that's what's been working so far, is going up the middle. When they try to go outside, it doesn't seem to work as well. So I think that's what they need to focus on.
And then for the Idaho Falls Tigers, they're only down 5. Jesse, what did you see? What worked well for the Tigers? What didn't work?
The running game. I think they just need to have patience with it. I understand. Trust me, I understand. I play the college football video game. I play Madden. I understand wanting to throw the football. It is so much fun. But you have to have patience with the running game. And their running game has been working to perfection so far. And it has been setting up those big, long pass plays that they've had. So being more patient, they did great. But being a little bit more patient with the running game will go a long way for Idaho Falls in the second half.
And currently we see the Idaho Falls Tigers marching band out there performing this 2024 show. Doing a good job so far, but their Tigers down 5. What can the Tigers do, Jesse, then in the second half? You mentioned being patient with the run game. Any other keys that they can focus on to take the lead in the second as they do get the ball in the second half to start?
I think the key, one of the biggest keys will be getting it to their tight end, Watkins. I mean, we saw that favorite play. There's that little corner route that he does. It's just beautiful. And I think it's getting those explosive plays. And again, that combines with the patience of the running game, obviously. But getting those explosive plays over the top, especially with number 88, they had that guy.
Jagger Williams.
Yeah, Jagger Williams. Down the left side, down the right side, whichever side you can get him on, whichever side he's most comfortable with. Getting it up in the air so he can go up and fight for it.
You know, and you've talked about being patient with the run game. We haven't mentioned number 70, the senior for the Idaho Falls Tigers, offensive and defensive line, Landon Hatch. He was honorable mention all-conference last year, Jesse.
Wow.
He's getting looks from universities at the next level, D2, D3 teams. And you want to trust your big fellas up front, your Landon Hatches, to set up the block and set the run up and hit those holes, which they've hit. And they're two scoring drives, and then their third in which they almost scored, those worked because the rushing game was working. I love that point, to be patient with the run game. For Pocatello, what can they do differently to extend this lead? First get the stop and then extend the lead over the Tigers in the second half.
I think what I noticed is just keep the ball in Hunter May's hands. I understand he loves to throw the ball, but man, as a runner, he is so elusive. Again, that ball carrier vision that I was talking about earlier, he has that. He knows where he needs to go, and he knows when to hit the holes.
And we talk about that as one of our keys, right? Protect Hunter May. Get Hunter May the ball, get him into space, whether it's throwing or running, and he's going to do things to your defense that is not going to be pretty. Lots of runs, lots of scoring potential, and Hunter May can really do it all. The other key that we had was locking down in the secondary. At the start of the game, we talked about they got to make sure they're locked down in the secondary. The Pocatello Thunder has let a few passes get past him. Jagger Williams, for example, has been free on the left side, and you notice they double-teamed him that third time around on the open play. Well, that's going to do it for this recap. Let's go through some scores, Jesse, from around East Idaho. Bishop Kelly right now, while this is more Treasure Valley, but we're going to discuss anyway because it's a very interesting score. Bishop Kelly down to Minico, 8-6. Minico leads in the second quarter.
Wow.
Very interesting score, especially because Bishop Kelly last week came over here to East Idaho, to Bonneville, and only beat him by, I believe it was 8 points. So is Bishop Kelly worse than we expected, or are other teams better than we expected, like the Minicos, like the Bonnevilles? Very interesting to see what happens with the rest of that game. And then Skyline leads Blackfoot 14-0, just 20 minutes south of us, playing at Blackfoot. Burley and Emmett tied 7-7. Let's try to catch some more East Idaho scores for you. Hillcrest Bonneville, the Civil War. Hillcrest blanking Bonneville so far, 15-0 in the second quarter. That's the opening game for the Hillcrest new stadium, Westmark Stadium over there in Hillcrest territory. And then we have Preston is losing to Star Valley in Wyoming, 14-7. That Wyoming team is very good. They've blanked some East Idaho teams. So Preston hanging tough so far, 14-7. And that's going to do it from 5A from East Idaho. Let's look at 6A. Madison Middleton tied 7-7 in the second quarter. Sean Kane and I on the East Idaho Prepcast, we both chose Madison to win that game. That was one of our interesting games that we were watching this weekend. Tied so far there. Let's see if Madison can can do right by us and get us and
your
get us
win.
that victory. Because I'm now 2-2 on the East Idaho Prepcast.
Oh, wow.
I blew it last week. Never choose against Westside there, Jesse. And then that's going to be it for 6A. Let's go to 4A. Bear Lake is leading Salmon 20-0. This could be the Bear Lake's first win of the season, as they've been struggling so far. They're 0-2. And then Kimberly is leading Snake River 14-0. And Westside just demolishing South Fremont in the second quarter 22-0. Again, don't pick against Westside. I've learned my lesson.
Now you know.
For 3A, North Fremont and Kellogg is tied in the first quarter 0-0. Ryrie is leading Malad 14-0. And we already discussed the West Side score, and that Ryrie team is much improved. I wouldn't be surprised if they push for that Newt Conference title as we get further and further into the season. And let's do a little 2A for you. Butte County leading Cary 20-8. That was a big game for the eight-man football prepcast. You can catch that Thursday nights. Butte County and Cary, that could have been a close game, but so far all Butte County 20-8 in the second quarter. And that's going to do it for East Idaho. But just FYI for everyone, Hagerman leading 90-0 over Water Spring. Excuse me, not leading.
No,
that's the final score, 90-0. I don't know if I've ever. That is eight-man football. Yeah, and Hagerman a good team this year.
8-man is so fun to watch. I had never seen 8-man.
Oh, you got to broadcast some 8-man.
So
it is
fun.
a blast. I am a believer in 8-man. And then Rockland leading Dietrich 8-0 in the first quarter. And that's going to do it from our Friday Night Flash. You can catch the Friday Night Flash, folks, on IdahoSports.com. Just go to the homepage and click Friday Night Flash, and you can stay up to speed on all of the games throughout Idaho, but especially East Idaho. As the teams come out here for the warm-up, we'll take a quick break, and that's going to do it for the IdahoSports.com East Idaho halftime show. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Go grab some chips. Go grab a soda. And we'll start the second half in just a few minutes. You're watching the East Idaho Prepcast. The East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through two strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. You got the sweet light show going on your screen here for the Idaho Falls Tigers home team. Little welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, with
there,
the Tigers.
With the Tigers. Perfect song for this Idaho Falls home team. Love the new install on the lights, flashing the lights up and down. I don't know if I love it for touchdowns, but if it gets the fans excited, I'm fine with it. All for it. So cool little light show there as the Idaho Falls Tigers comes out for the second half against this Pocatello Thunder team. Of course, Idaho Falls Tigers won the toss, and they deferred. Thunder started with the ball. Idaho Falls got a nice stop there to start the game, ended up scoring in the second quarter. But since then, Pocatello has answered, and they lead 14-9 as they set to kick off. Number 18 for the Thunder kicking is Saki Tabakisi.
That's a fun name.
It's a great name, Saki Tabakisi.
Great job.
Appreciate that.
You have a hard job, Joel.
You know what? And I love it. So as we get set to start the second half, Jesse Richens with Joel Richardson here on the call. The two JRs, JR squared.
The dynamic duo.
The dynamic duo. You'll hear us on a bunch of calls this year. Looking forward to all those calls with Jesse Richens. As the kick is up, it's a short one. Fumbled at the 20-yard line, but it's picked up. And he does get a couple nice positive yards there. Gets to the 33-yard line. So nice yards after fumbling the kickoff from the 20 to 33. 13-yard gain.
Made a lot out of nothing after that little muff. Just a great job getting yardage there. It seems like, it was either great blocking or just a lot of arm tackles down there. Able to get it out, like you said, to the 33.
So Bradley Ellison in the shotgun, 3 receivers, fakes the handoff, and he takes it himself. Looked like a broken play. It looked like he was handing it off to his right side there, Jesse. No one was there, so he just took off and ran with it, got some positive yards.
Yeah, and it was a great job by Ellison, too. That's always such a sticky situation. It's great awareness, though, to just be like, okay, I have to run with the ball now. Yeah, he looked to his right, no one there. Just had to go for it.
So 2nd and 7, 3-yard gain, making something out of nothing. Nice job there from Bradley Ellison. And the shotgun once again hands it off. Gets second level, but he's met at about the 41-yard line. That's going to be, looks like, close to the first down, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and short. Nice run there from Jackson Conrad, Jesse.
Again, there's that running. They've just got that great push up front. And Conrad, he's just a tough runner. He will get every single yard that you want him to.
And on a lot of Jackson Conrad's runs, we've noticed he is nice. He is patient in the backfield, waits for that hole to open. He starts running, but he really doesn't burst until that hole opens, and it's gotten him some positive yards. Here he goes again. Shifty as he's getting to the secondary, and they're going to get the first down. Nice run there from Jackson Conrad. Nice blocking up front, getting second level from the Tigers offense.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful blocking off that left side. And again, just like you were saying, Joel, he has that great patience in the backfield. Because, anyone can get a ball and run straight forward, but like we've been saying all game, that ball carrier vision, you have to know when to turn on the jets.
A couple minutes gone in the second quarter, in this second half, third quarter of the second half. Ellison with a fresh set of downs, throws to the outside, and that's caught using his helmet to keep possession was Gabe Howe.
How indeed. How did he pull that in? It was right on. That was crazy. He caught it, kind of bobbled it in his hand, put it on his helmet, David Tyree style, and pulled it in.
Like little giants, right?
Yeah. But he was running.
But he was running as he was keeping that ball.
Yeah.
As he was pushing the ball against his helmet. Little giants with the glue on the gloves. And,
yeah, of course.
Shout out to 90s kids football movies. Pitch to the outside. That's Conrad again. Gets second level once again. Great blocking up front by the Idaho Falls Tigers. They must have heard our halftime show, Jesse.
They must have. It has been run the ball. And, I'm sure the head coach saw exactly what we saw during the first half. He's like, okay.
No, come on. We're smart, Jesse.
You're right. We have a better view, right?
Yeah. No, absolutely. Great read there from the coaches to get the running game going, establish their running backs, and open up that pass. Speaking of opening the pass, you got single coverage at the top of your screen, but they're going to run that ball, and just a couple of yards, they're up the middle.
And that one was a little different. They came out in that strong pistol again. They've been running that a lot, but this time they gave it to the guy immediately on his hip instead of Conrad, who's directly behind him. So switching up the running plays, you got to do it every once in a while. Keep them guessing.
Gabe Howe was on that run. Brings up 2nd and 7, ball on the 31-yard line. 9:15 and counting to play in this third quarter. Ellison in the shotgun. Running backs to his left hip and behind him. Like a strong pistol. The pocket collapses. He rushes out of the pocket, gets the ball out, and it's a nice little 5-yard plus gain. Will bring up 3rd and short for Ellison and this offense. Nice heads-up play from Ellison as he was scrambling out of the pocket. Gets that ball away and gets some nice positive yards.
I absolutely loved that play. Ellison, it looked like he put the ball down to run, but I love how he kept his eyes up, and he found a wide-open receiver and made him do the work, you know? I mean, quarterback, you have a bunch of work to do, so you might as well delegate it to others.
And give the ball to your playmakers,
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
Jackson Conrad in the backfield with Ellison. Gabe Howe to Ellison's right hip. Ellison takes the snap, hands it off to Conrad. Conrad gets a couple more yards, so positive yards every play. And will that be enough for the first down? It will be. First down, Tigers, and they are marching into the red zone.
And that time he was stumbling forward, and he still got the yardage that he needed.
Over a yard.
Yeah, exactly. He was kind of tripping up as he was grabbing the ball, but he kept himself up long enough to get that first down.
So, 3 yards outside of the red zone on the 23-yard line, but 1st and 10, 8 minutes to play, 4 minutes off the clock in this second half. Ellison takes a snap. It's going to be thrown to the outside. He's got blockers, but they just missed their guys, but still positive yards from Easton Watkins. Fights through a couple tacklers and gets some good yards after catch as those tacklers were coming in hot.
Yeah, and that was a nice little receiver screen play. Not the tunnel screen that we've seen multiple times, but that time the receiver kind of angles out a little bit, and the 2 other receivers go outside to block, and they picked up a nice couple yards there on that screen.
2nd and 6. Ball on the 19-yard line. 7:25 and counting to play. Thunder lead 14-9. But Idaho Falls looking to score and cut that lead and take the lead. Nice slow running there. Methodical running, though. And again, more positive yards in the rush play. The Tigers offense sees something, and they're taking advantage.
Yeah, they definitely saw in that first half that they could run the football. And that time we saw the tight end come around the corner as like kind of a lead blocker in front of Conrad. Maybe a little bit too slowly. He may have gotten in Conrad's way a little bit. But, I mean, that's what Conrad likes. He likes to have the little blockers out in front of him to make sure he can set up a perfect run.
So Conrad, just a junior. He's both a running back and a linebacker. He playing like a senior, though. That nice patient running, waiting for those holes, waiting for the play to develop. Waiting for the play to develop.
Been watching some of that NFL film.
Ellison in the pistol. He's got a blocker to his left. Blocker goes out for a pass. The pass is up. The pass is almost intercepted. It looked like a miscommunication between Ellison and his receiver. Receiver is pointing up. That was Easton Watkins was the intended receiver, and he was pointing up saying, throw it up. I got it.
Yeah.
I got the height on these guys.
Yeah.
We'll see if they go back to that play, but that brings up 4th and 4, and that will also bring out, they decide to bring out their kicker. Juan Varela will go for the 34-yarder.
Yeah, I think if he would have put that up a little bit, Watkins definitely would have made the play on that ball. He's a great go-get-it receiver. Tight end, excuse me.
The kick is up, and the kick is blocked. And that's recovered by the Thunder defense. And they're going to run 50, 40, 30, 20. No one's going to touch him off the blocked field goal. Touchdown, Pocatello.
Did they call an official touchdown, or are they going to say it was down back where it was blocked?
They're going to discuss it. Officials gathering at the 20-yard line. The Thunder obviously won a touchdown. It was a great blocked field goal. And they're going to call a touchdown. Now, I didn't catch who the name was. I believe it was number 20, Peyton Bott.
Yeah, he's made a couple plays on defense. And none bigger than that. What a turn of the tide. I mean, the Tigers had such a good drive going. They were just running the ball down the throats of Pocatello. And then they thought they were going to come away with at least 3 points, but man, that was a little bit of a line drive kick, so it was blocked. I think it was right at the line. by the D lineman there.
So on the 17-yard line was blocked and recovered, and they run it all the way to the touchdown. That's going to be an 87-yard field goal block return for touchdown.
And the PAT is good.
With the PAT good, the Pocatello now lead 21-9 off the block field goal. My goodness.
I'm telling you, what a turn of events. Oh, man, that's a tough one to get through if you're Idaho Falls. Here you are thinking, you're like, oh, we're about to score here. And then, man, it all just goes crumbling down. It's brutal.
So, excuse me, an 83-yard blocked field goal touchdown. I don't know what you call that, Jesse. But an 83-yard return after the field goal block.
I guess you could say kick six.
From Peyton Bott, a kick six. I love that. And we'll confirm that if it was Peyton Bott, but I believe it was number 20.
Yeah, I believe so. That's what it looked like.
With the PAT good. Of course, Idaho Falls didn't want that. They thought the play was dead, but Peyton Bott picks up that ball, gets some blockers. He fought through some tacklers and scores off the blocked field goal.
Definitely seemed like it was dead.
So a little pooch kick to the 35-yard line gets Idaho Falls to about the 42-yard line. Idaho Falls will take over. Just a gut-wrenching play for the Tigers as they were, like you said, close to scoring. They don't get the score. Instead, they elect to go for the field goal. The field goal is blocked. And instead of getting points on the board, the Thunder, great field goal block and return it for a touchdown. Just excellent defense turning to offense. 21-9 Thunder lead with 6:21 to play. So Tigers take over on about the 41-yard line. Ellison, three-step drop, and he's rushed, and he's tackled in the backfield for a loss. Nice sack there from number 72 of the Thunder, Kyle Orr.
Yeah, just great penetration. Again, it's those long developing pass plays that have not been working very well for Idaho Falls. I know you've just come off of a huge touchdown play and you want to go back, counter punch against Pocatello, but man, I would have stuck to the ground right there.
Those sustained drives is what's helped them, right?
Yes, exactly.
So Kyle Orr, we haven't called his name much tonight, but he was last year, 2023, honorable mention, all-conference offensive lineman. Now he's also playing defense tonight as they do try to run, but they're tackled in the backfield, and it's all Thunder the last few plays. Nice play there from Thunder's number 2, Cash Stuckey.
And you can see a little bit extra pep in the step of Pocatello right now. They're feeling it. They had that big play. Oh, we have an injury.
And just for everyone's information, for those who care about college football, the BYU Cougars are now leading the SMU Mustangs 18-15 with 1:25 to play in the fourth quarter. As we've been injured in the play on the field, let's take a quick break. Let's step aside. You're watching the East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. That was number 0, Jackson Conrad, who went down after getting tackled in the backfield. But he is able to walk off on his own, which is great to see. Football is a tough sport, and injuries are inevitable, but you hope they're not tough injuries that you can't that you can recover and continue to play this just fun game. Ellison again takes the drop back, tries to scramble himself when nothing is going in the secondary, and he is tackled after about a 3-yard gain. We'll bring up fourth and long with 4:50 to play in the third quarter. So Thunder defense have really dialed up their pressure on Ellison,
especially this drive,
forcing him to make quick decisions.
Yeah, and that time there was the wrong decision. He stepped up a little bit too early into the pocket. And it's, whenever you step up too early in the pocket, it can be very difficult.
And they've noticed that if they can rush him quickly, he has to move, and maybe, you got guys on the far end that are open, but just not working so far. As it's a high snap to the punter. He falls on it. Nice, smart move there. And they're going to call it down before they score. They're going to say the ball was down. Nice sportsmanship from Pokey to pick up number 77.
11, that's Ellison, the punter.
Excuse me. Bradley Ellison was there to punt. So they're going to say he brought the ball down and ball popped out once he hit the ground. No touchdown from the Pokey special teams. Would have been 2 touchdowns for the Thunder special teams.
More touchdowns from the special teams than the offense. Well, they would have tied, I guess.
Would have tied,
yeah.
no, yep. So 21-9, and Thunder take over with excellent field position on the 20-yard line, almost inside the red zone. And let's see what the Thunder cook up with 4:10 to play in the third quarter. All Thunder these last 5 minutes, Jesse. Hunter May takes a snap. It's going to be a direct snap to the quarterback. It's going to be quarterback keeper, Tries to dance a little in the backfield, waiting for holes to open, but they don't. The defensive line for Idaho Falls stays strong, and Thunder will take over after about a 1-yard gain.
And once again, I think the coaches were listening, because guess who had the ball in their hands and who was running with it? Hunter May. And it was that same formation that he scored on with the double running backs in the backfield. So,
which Hunter May has been your playmaker so far these last 2 games. And keep giving him the ball. A quick throw, a nice just quick screen, quick slant.
Just behind him
on that far side, but just behind him, like you say. And that'll bring up a 3rd and long for Hunter May in this offense. Thinking about Hunter May, and he's your playmaker, but he's also your quarterback.
Yeah.
Your starting quarterback. And Hunter May goes down with all the rushing that he's doing. A little concerning as he's your principal playmaker, but you got to protect him.
Yeah, you got to protect him, but also you got to have a good balance, because he is your playmaker with running with his legs as well. So it's hard to manage, but some teams are very good at it.
Hunter May takes a snap. He's looking to the outside for a throw. He heaves it, and that's going to be no good. Too far for the intended receiver, and that's going to bring up 4th and long. We'll see if they go for it here or kick the field goal.
I think you're in a good position to go for it, but it does depend on the leg of your kicker, and I don't see him coming on the field. So Pocatello looking to go for it here. Yep, Hunter May went and received the play call. He's going out and telling the troops what's next.
This will be a big stop here for the Tigers if they want to stay in this game with 3:23 to play. 4th and 9, ball on the 19-yard line. Hunter May takes the snap. He's got 4 wide. He throws it across the middle. That's completed. It's a first down. He's trying to break tackles and brought down inside the 10-yard line. Nice call there from Hunter May and the Thunder offense.
It was a great call. It wasn't a slant route. It was a deep in. And those can be very effective, because you have your receiver, he's going straight, but then he does an immediate cut inside, and especially if it's man coverage, those are very difficult routes to cover.
And your backers are sucked in on the line, or your safeties are too far out. It's a great way to it's a great opportunity to exploit the middle of the field on those, like you say, those deep ins. So 1st and goal on the 6-yard line. 2:53 to play. Pokey looking to increase their lead. A throw to the near side, and he's tackled just inside the 5-yard line. The ball was a little high for the receiver, but completed nonetheless. And that was number 5 on the catch, Tavin Williams. That Hunter May Tavin Williams connection has just been fire all night long, Jesse.
It sure has been.
Direct snap to Hunter May. He'll take it in. 5, touchdown, but a flag on the play. Looks like this touchdown may be coming back, Jesse.
Yeah, there's no way that is not a holding penalty. Could be illegal hands to the face, but I mean, especially on those outside runs, you see a lot of holding calls. Yep.
And Jesse's prediction is correct. And that's going to be holding, so no touchdown for Hunter May in this offense. Instead, they'll march it back to, looks like they're going to spot him at the 18-yard line.
Holding calls are such awful penalties for an offense. They will set you back every single time. Like you said, a 10-yard penalty.
And when I say the 18-yard line, I really meant 14-yard line.
Yeah, I mean,
18 minus 4.
Yeah.
I was just helping everyone at home practice their math on a Friday night.
Yeah, because we don't need it at all. Just the people at home watching.
Hunter May has 4 wide, 3 at the top of your screen. Tight end lined up as a blocker. He gets a block from the running back. He throws it up, catches, just batted away. Great secondary effort from the DB of the Idaho Falls Tigers. Solid defense there, Jesse.
That was amazing defense. I thought for sure, I'm like, oh, there's a touchdown. We're about to call another touchdown. You're going to get to call another one, Joel, but
I love calling those touchdowns. you know it.
You sure do, but it wasn't to be. Just great defense played by that DB.
Sam LaPre on the stop there. So 3rd and 14 on the 14-yard line. 3rd and goal. 2:19 to play in the third quarter. Would be a big stop here for the Tigers. Hunter May throws it across the middle and just dropped. Would have been a touchdown, Jesse. Hits his hands and hits the ground. He saw the white and he wanted the touchdown.
He did. And it was a little bit behind him, but it did hit him in the hands. And like my old man always says, if it hits you in the hands, you got to catch it.
So 4th and goal on the 14-yard line. Looks like they're going to go for it. They got it last time on the 4th and long, Jesse, so go for it again. You're up 21-9. This is a great opportunity to practice your 4th and long conversions. And here we go.
Run that deep in. Might work again.
Hunter May looks like they're going to audible from the sideline. Hunter May takes a snap, has plenty of protection, plenty of time. He tries to scramble, but he will be brought down. There'll be no touchdown instead. A great read from the defensive line of the Tigers and turnover on downs for the Tigers defense. Great stop.
It's all about the awareness of the quarterback. Hunter May is an amazing, amazing athlete. He throws the ball very well. That time, he made a decision a little bit too early to step on the pocket. He felt a little bit of pressure, but if he would have given his guys more time, he could have probably scored a touchdown.
Timeout for an injured player on the field. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're watching the East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. Be right back.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through 2 strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. Ravston Stadium, home of the Idaho Falls Tigers. They're losing 21-9 to the Pocatello Thunder. We had an injury on the player. That's 2 injuries so far for the Tigers, but both players have walked off the field, Jesse, on their own volition. Looked like just cramping.
Yeah.
So Tigers will take over after a great stop on the 10-yard line. Thunder cannot convert the 4th and goal. But here come that defense again. Ellison throws it away. And just that Thunder defense has just turned up this second half.
They really have. And I think it's very noticeable because the Tigers have gone away a little bit from the run game. They tried a little bit of the outside run when they've been more successful on the inside runs. So it's interesting to see them go a little bit away from their game that has been working so well.
So 2nd and 10, 2:02 to play. One of the keys to this game was Thunder keeping everything contained, nothing getting past them. And except for a couple of long passes to Jagger on that outside, they've kept everything in front of them, Jesse.
They sure have.
Run up the middle, nice blocking. They finally get some positive yards in this third, and late in this third quarter.
I promise we don't have the coaches attached to these headsets. I just knew the inside run game was going to make a comeback.
Jesse should be coaching, folks. Start with some flag football, maybe, right?
Yeah,
and then move up. Maybe some gridiron.
Yeah. Move to offensive coordinator on the high school level.
Maybe just go straight to offensive coordinator. You know, you should just go straight to head coach at the college level. You've called almost every play tonight. 3rd and 3 on the ball on the 19-yard line. 1:22 to play. Ellison takes a snap, hands it off. He's got a blocker. Gets second level. Bowls over a couple of guys and goes down just shy of the 30-yard line. First down, Tigers.
There is nothing like gaining confidence than running right up the middle. It is my mom's least favorite play of all time. But if you run the ball up the middle consistently against any team, you are going to demoralize them, and that will do wonders for your confidence as a team.
Just don't run the ball up the middle on a 3rd and long.
No, oh my.
Please, in college football.
Don't even talk to me about it.
Jesse knows.
I sure do.
Bradley Ellison in this offense, 55 seconds to play, 1st and 10. Another handoff. And again, another nice hole there for the running back. I believe that was number 0, Jackson Conrad.
May have been the other guy. 4.
Okay, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, number 4, Gabe Howe.
Yeah. And that time was a little bit of a counter. So, again, you have to change up the running, even if you are going to go up the middle. A counter is great because you get a team focusing on one side. They see where the linemen go. But with a counter, you confuse it all. It's a little misdirection.
This will be the last play of the third quarter. 17 seconds to play. Throw to the near side. Nice little spin move by number 4, Gabe Howe. Evades 2 tacklers, but brought down at about the 42-yard line. And that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. 3 quarters down, 1 more to play. Pocatello Thunder leading the Idaho Falls Tigers 21-9. We'll take a quick break and let's recognize a sponsor from Levitt Select. Go ahead, Jesse.
Levitt Select is locally operated with locations in Rexburg, Rigby, Idaho Falls, Twin Falls, and Boise. Levitt's mission is to help our community by providing policies personalized to each consumer's needs. The community they work and live in is their #1 priority. As such, they offer a wide range of insurance products and companies able to take care of their community's assets. Levitt Select in Idaho Falls wants to be your insurance professionals. Please call them today at 208-522-2582. Levitt Select Insurance, here for all your insurance needs.
Appreciate Levitt Select and all of the sponsors that make this game possible here on IdahoSports.com. Jesse Richardson's doing great work tonight alongside myself, Joel Richardson.
Also doing great work.
Appreciate that. Bringing this game live to you here on IdahoSports.com. Thanks for being with us. Fourth quarter just about to get started. 12 minutes on the clock. 21-9, the Thunder lead the Idaho Falls Tigers. And we'll see if Idaho Falls here on the 36-yard line can keep that run game going and get a little bit of momentum and make this game a little more interesting as they're down by double-digit scores. Ellison takes the snap. It's a play action, and he is going to be brought down for a huge loss all the way back to the 20-yard line. All right, excuse us, folks. A little technical difficulties here. Idaho Falls ends up punting. Pocatello receives the punt up at the 40-yard line, and they're brought down. So nice punt there from Idaho Falls, but they're not able to move that ball and score and make and decrease this Thunder lead, unfortunately, for the Tigers.
Yeah, and sorry about that. Those mic issues. I may have accidentally pulled a cord. I'm definitely not supposed to during the game. But
some of us call touchdowns too early. Some of us pull cords. It's no problem.
You guys at home can decide which one's worse.
It's probably calling the touchdown too early. 1st and 10, 11:05 to play. Thunder lead the Idaho Falls Tigers 21-9. Hunter May still in at quarterback. Throws across the middle, a nice slant. And nice throw and nice catch there from number 81, Hunter Cordell. Really like his game tonight, Jesse.
No, yeah.
A nice bright spot in this offense that we haven't seen in the last few years.
Yeah, most definitely. And you can tell they're trying to get him the ball. He had a couple drops a little bit earlier. He probably could have had a touchdown earlier, but, I mean, they've been using him a lot.
Screen pass to the outside. Breaks a couple tackles. Makes another guy miss. There's going to be a flag, though, on the play. Probably a holding, which is going to come back. Cody Collins on the reception.
Could be a hold. Illegal man downfield is a little bit of a screen. But I think you may be right. I think it's a hold.
We'll wait for the call as the referees have a little conversation. And it is going to be a hold on the Thunder, so that's going to march them back.
Another one of those 10-yard penalties, just absolutely brutal.
They're going to march him back to the 43-yard line. And again, those holds are spot fouls, and so they mark wherever you're marked down. It's going to be 10 yards from that. Hunter May takes the snap. It's going to be a trick play. Throws it back to Hunter May. That was number 6, and Hunter May will take it by himself. Breaking tackles, and finally he's brought down at about the 14-yard line. That was number 6, Huston Hemerick on the throw. Number 5, Tavin Williams on the throw. Nice little trick play there from Thunder, kind of opening that playbook out, opening up the playbook a bit, and practicing some plays here as they have a big lead over the Tigers.
Yeah, and getting the ball into Hunter May's hands. I mean,
your playmaker.
Yeah, he is an absolute playmaker, no matter where you put him. But I mean, you have to have someone to throw the ball. So, I mean, I thought that was a great play design, a little bit of a handoff, and then just immediately passing it back. So then, you'd have to have someone that has to throw it far, risk an interception, but then it's getting Hunter May out into the open field.
Of course, Tavin Williams is a backup quarterback. There was some debate whether Tavin Williams or Hunter May was going to start at quarterback, allowing your player Hunter May to be in the field and running. As he takes the ball again, there's going to be either a block in the back or a hold on Thunder. That's going to be brought back once again. You're leading this game 21-9, but if you're the Thunder, you don't love these penalties because these penalties end up eking into your future games. You want to be playing clean so okay, next game we can do these plays and we can do these plays successfully.
Yeah, but also at times, I mean, you don't like the penalties, obviously, but at times it does help.
Kind of knock them out of the way.
Situation
no
for
doubt.
Your offensive linemen. And it, like I was saying earlier, it is especially hard on those outside runs to not get a holding penalty because of the way the ball is moving and the way the defense is moving. It's very difficult. So it's a good learning situation for the Thunder.
Number 2, Cash Dookie will take a breather and substitute out. Hunter May continues to stay in as he takes the snap. Throw to the outside. It's going to be a high one and no going for Hunter May and his receiver. Trying to catch that number. That's going to be
81.
Intended for 81 once again. Hunter Cordell.
Favorite target. Yeah, and there was a little bit of fighting going on back there. But
fighting, a little pushing.
I think it was going both ways, so I think it was called fairly. Could have been offensive, could have been defensive. So,
And I don't mind when the referees don't call those, especially if it's 50-50.
yeah.
Obviously, if there's a big push,
Yes, obviously.
you look for that call.
But everyone loves to see those 50-50 balls fought for, you
No
know?
doubt.
So fun.
Second and 21, 9:49 to play in this game. Hunter May rolling to your near side. He throws opposite hash. He's got his man open. Caught. 5. Will he get in? He does. Touchdown.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Flags thrown after the touchdown.
But great play. Just
Hunter may pass complete to Houston Heinrich.
So Houston Heinrich on the reception from the 21-yard line with 9:47 to play.
Touchdown is good after the play.
Yep, unsportsmanlike conduct. Spiked the ball. A little excessive celebration, as one might call it. But it was a great play. A little bit of a fake handoff in the backfield, and had a little bit of luck on their side. The corner tripped up on the outside on that post.
Yeah, because the corner was on him.
Yeah, no, he was glued to him, but then he tripped up on that post or deep slant pattern, then he was just left wide open.
So the Thunder score, bringing the score to 27-9, PAT pending. The snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is good. 28-9, Pocatello Thunder, the visiting team, leading the home team, Idaho Falls Tigers, with 9:47 to play. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Stay with us. You're watching East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. Ravston Stadium, home of the Idaho Falls Tigers, but all Pocatello Thunder most of this game as they are leading 28-9, having just scored off a Hunter May 21-yard touchdown pass to Huston Hemmerich. But after an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, they would have to kick it. They had to kick it from the 25-yard line. And a bit of a muffed play from Idaho Falls special teams. The ball was probably going out of bounds there, Jesse, but instead they try to catch it. Ball goes out of bounds, and they start at the 16-yard line. So not a smart play there, unfortunately, from the Tigers.
No, not smart, but it could be difficult. You see a ball flying in the air.
You want to catch it.
Yeah, I think that was Watkins. So, he's always down there wanting to catch the ball. So
Reps,
kinda
right?
understand. Yeah.
Get those reps in.
But unfortunately, it's detrimental to the team as you start on the 15. Yeah, brutal.
9:39 to play in this closing quarter of action. That's a throw dropped. Hit his hands, but incomplete. Ball falls to the ground. Pass was intended for number 4. That's Gabe Howe, the senior wide receiver.
It was a good pattern. He got open on that out route. They were running a double out route. And, he was open, just dropped it. We've seen a couple drops tonight. Ellison's been putting the ball in good places, but just a couple drops.
And it is the second game of the season, still kind of getting their legs under them. You have fall camp, but it's nothing like playing actual games.
Of course not even close.
That's going to be a false start on this Tigers offense.
Or encroachment. They could have forced
Oh, you're right,
that jump.
Jesse. Jesse, killing it once again. Encroachment on the defense. So a nice gift from the Thunder defense And that's going to bring up 2nd and 5 on the 21-yard line for the Tigers.
So to explain that one, I'm pretty sure it was an offensive lineman that jumped, but it was because
they encroached.
Yeah, because they encroached. There was a little bit of a showing of a blitz on the other side that made the offensive line jump.
And I was watching Ellison and his running back and not watching the entire picture. Shame on me.
It's my job. I'm just kidding.
Ellison throw up the middle, cross his body, threw into a lot of traffic. And some extracurricular afterwards.
Ellison looks a little slow to get up.
Yeah, 69, Morgan Anderson trying to defend his quarterback. Felt like there was a little bit too much contact on Ellison.
Yeah, looks like they're talking to the ref down there. That was a fun pass. That was a Mahomes-looking pass where he kind of jumped up in the air and twisted his body
scrambling to the near side and thrown across his body to the middle, away from his body. Across his body into the middle. Yes, very, very fun throw from Ellison. Unfortunately, it was into traffic, goes incomplete, and a little slow to get up off that hit. But love to see the offensive line defend their guy.
Yes, that's what football's all about.
So not much time off that clock. 9:29 to play. 3rd and 5, ball on the 21-yard line. Ellison throws. That's going to be caught. It is caught. Nice throw to only where his receiver could get it. And that's going to be close to the first down.
We'll see how they mark it. No, they'll call it 4th down.
So 4th and short. You got to go for it. You're down 28 to 9. Nothing to lose here. We'll see what Idaho Falls draws up. You know, you may not win this game, but you want to win the next 2 minutes. You want to win the next, you want to win the next rep. And looking to see what the Tigers, how this team responds as they're down by such a deficit. Ellison was looking for a throw. He does find it. That's pass to Gabe Howe, and Gabe Howe is finally brought down at the 40-yard line. Nice heads-up play from Ellison as he scrambled out of the pocket and made that throw to Howe.
Yeah, again, and I think he's been expanding on his game a little bit. Earlier, we were kind of calling him a pocket passer, but he's looking a little bit more, maybe not a scrambler, but like an improviser. And again, we saw one of those cool throws. He kind of put himself up in the air and used all of that arm strength to get it out there.
Which when you're doing those jump passes, you do lose that torque from your waist, so you want to be careful with those, no doubt. Ellison, again, scrambling out of the pocket. He throws it. That's caught. Again, number 4, Howe. And Howe getting a lot of looks on this drive.
Yeah, he's one of their playmakers. And these past 2 plays, he's making up for the drops he's had earlier. And he's making some big plays here.
This might be a good time to open things up and maybe hit Jagger Williams on the outside as they've been kind of dinking and dunking on this drive.
Or your tight end, Watkins. He's been amazing all game as well. I think we're going to see a run here, though. It is a little late in the 4th.
8:12 to play. If you're trying to score, you got to score now. Throw across the middle. That's completed. Nice slant from Howe. And he'll get another first down for the Tigers.
Yep, definitely making up from earlier. He's quick. He's got that quick first step off of the snap. And, man, he just got wide open right off the rip.
And Thunder playing a little prevent, just making sure nothing gets behind him, but leaving that middle open, and that's where you can eat. And that's exactly what Howe was doing on that slant.
Yeah, as an offense, you got to take what the defense gives you. And like you said, the defense is playing a little bit of bend and don't break.
Which we love, by the way.
Yes.
7:45 to play. Ellison throws it long. That's going to be out of bounds. Not even close. And you can tell he was just trying to get that ball thrown away before getting hit. He does get hit, but at least it's not an interception or a loss of yards. And Ellison, slow to get up there again. As this game has worn on, he's had less and less protection in that backfield, Jesse.
Yeah, the Thunder have a lot of quarterback hits in this game, and it can wear on you as a quarterback. You know, you're usually not supposed to get hit. You're supposed to be getting the protection, but, I mean, the Thunder just have been lights out with their pass rush.
One of our keys to the game was protect Ellison. You protect Ellison, he'll throw you dimes, as we saw against the Thunder Ridge Titans last week. And Ellison has had some great moments in this game. We'll see if another one is coming. He scrambles out of the pocket. He throws in the middle. That's pass caught to the tight end. Tries to break a tackle, but is tackled just shy of the 10-yard line. Nice play there from Ellison and the tight end number 88, the wide receiver number 88, Jagger Williams.
Man, it is so fun to watch Ellison move around in that pocket. I know he's being rushed a lot, and it's very difficult, but it's so fun to watch and see. He knows these plays that they're running, which obviously as a quarterback you're supposed to know them. So when he rolls out of the pocket, he knows exactly where his guys are going to be. So he keeps his eyes up to see if his guys are going to be where he wants them to be and completes those off-balance passes.
Definitely playing more loose on this drive. Takes the snap, and the ball is going to be up. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Idaho Falls Tigers. Great throw from Ellison. Capitalizing and putting an exclamation point on that drive, Jesse.
That was just awesome. I mean, they've been kind of lulling the defense to sleep a little bit throughout this drive with these quick, fast passes. And then just that beautiful corner route into the end zone. I mean, they never saw it coming. They weren't playing over top. There's a little bit of man coverage there, and they were more focused on the quick out route. Fun play.
Juan Marella in for the point after attempt. Waits the snap, waits the hold. Kick is up, and kick is good.
Point after try is good. With 7:06.
So with 7:06 to play, Idaho Falls gets within 12 of the Pocatello Thunder, 28-16 leading. Sorry, I thought for a second I saw an 18. Like, that's not right. So 28-16, and Pocatello Thunder tries that bend, don't break, but they ended up breaking. Nice read by Ellison in the offense to try to pick apart that middle and some of those outside plays.
It would have been a smart move there from Idaho Falls to go for two. You wouldn't have been losing much, but you could have been gaining a lot, trying to get in within a little bit closer. Because you're down by 12. If you would have gone for two and missed it, would have been down by what? 13.
Now, I like the decision to just go for one there.
Yeah.
So Idaho Falls gets set to kick off after scoring that 10-yard pass from Ellison. I believe the intended receiver, we believe it was Easton Watkins. It was a single digit. We're going to give it to Easton Watkins on that 10-yard pass from Ellison, which was a nice way to finish. They go for the onside kick, and was a bit bobbled there by Thunder, but they do recover. Nice recovery from the Thunder special teams, and they'll take over at about the 51-yard line. Nice heads-up play from Thunder.
Yeah, they looked ready for it. I mean, I thought it was a little bit early to do it, but, I mean, might as well go for it while you can.
7:06 to play. Yeah, you think if you kick it long, pin them deep, then Pokey has a lot longer to go, except instead of now, they're on the 50, I said 51, 50-yard line. They have pretty good field position to start this drive. Well, let's see if Idaho Falls Tigers can dial up some defense as there's 7:06 to play in this fourth quarter. Throw to the near boundary. And they're gonna just get back to the line of scrimmage as that throw was in the backfield towards the near boundary, Hunter May will come to the sideline and get the call.
Yeah, and Tavin Williams, he is a big back. I've been impressed with Idaho Falls and their tackling this game.
Yeah, there haven't been too many missed tackles from the Tigers defense.
Yeah, when they get an arm on somebody, they're going to come down. It's just the problem of getting the arm on them. If the play design's great, sometimes you're not able to be in a position for a tackle.
May takes the snap. He's going to take it himself. A quarterback designed run, breaks a tackle, gets second level. He's going to break a few more tackles. Flags all over the place. This touchdown is going to come back. Hunter May does score, but it looks like there was holding on the outside, Jesse.
Yep, I would imagine so. Again, it's those outside runs. You're always going to have a little bit of a hold there. I mean, not always. I mean, they say
it's hard not to.
Yes, it is very difficult not to.
And sometimes it's a 50-50 call from the referees.
Yeah. They say there's holding on every single down in football. It's just whether the referee sees it or not.
And you know, we forget as fans, you can hold the jersey if you're offense, but as soon as they're trying to pull away, you got to let go.
Yep, exactly.
But when you let go and how quickly you let go, that also sometimes you almost don't do it on purpose. You're actually trying to let go, but you can't. They're pulling away, and anyway, you get called. So a lot of those holding calls are can be iffy.
Yeah, that's why you wear white gloves or the color of the other team.
Right. Good call. Good strategic call there, Coach Richens. I'd play for you any day, Jesse.
Well, thanks, Joel.
6:03 to play, 2nd and 6 on the 44-yard line. Another snap taken by Hunter May himself.
Hunter May with a carry, flags on the play.
And more extracurricular from these teams.
Probably going to be illegal formation. Because they didn't blow it dead, so it can't be a false start. Or did they just pick it up?
So they're going to push back the Thunder. But the officials talking to the Idaho Falls Tigers sideline.
Seeing what they want to do with the call. Oh, it is a false start.
So false start on the Thunder. But the officials were talking to that sideline. There was some little pushing and shoving going on that far end. Some of the Pocatello fans didn't appreciate that.
As you may have heard.
As you may have heard. So 5:59 to play, 2nd and 10 for the Thunder offense. And frankly, Thunder offense, they're keeping the ball. The clock continues to run a little bit. If you get it just a few yards every play, you could probably keep this ball score and seal this game. A delayed handoff up the middle. Nice, fun play there from Hunter May. He was almost scrambling to the near side. Well, he did scramble to the near side as if he was about to run. Hands off at the last minute. Stretch handoff.
Yeah.
And they get about 4 yards there, bringing up a third.
Yeah,
and about 6.
That's a great play to have in your playbook, especially with Hunter May. You know he's dangerous with his legs. So to have that little delayed handoff, the misdirection can work wonders.
And as football is a game of inches, if you've already bit a little bit to that Hunter May side, you're cooked.
Exactly.
3rd and 6, ball on the 46-yard line. We'll see if the Tigers can get a stop here. Thunder would love to keep this ball moving on their end. Long throw across on the right side of that right hash. Nice throw from Hunter May, but maybe even a better catch from Hunter Cordell.
Of course. Who else? Yeah,
Hunter to Hunter. Nice connection there.
The HH connection. No, that was a great adjustment by Hunter to turn around and kind of fall back and pull that ball in. He created a perfect angle for himself to make that catch. Looks like a timeout for Idaho Falls.
So timeout, Idaho Falls, like Jesse said, I really, the bright spot for tonight to me, Hunter May has been phenomenal. He is probably going to be our player of the game, Jesse.
Yeah.
But Hunter Cordell, I've really liked his play, and someone who we didn't see, coming in on IdahoSports.com. You can go and look at previews for all the teams that you're following, that you care about, and we have players returning, players that have moved on to university, and quotes from coaches who are looking into what we want to do this season. And frankly, Hunter Cordell was not on Pocatello's preview, so it's fun to see these players who we didn't know, come up from the JV ranks making plays tonight.
That's the best thing about high school football is there could be anyone from anywhere that just, they come out of nowhere, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, this may be one of the best players in the state. It's just so much fun. High school football is really something else.
Talking to the head coach of the Pocatello Thunder, Dave Spillett, he didn't mention Hunter Cordell, right? He mentioned other guys that, hey, watch for, Huston Hemerick, and, obviously Hunter May, Cash Stuckey, Tavin Williams, but he didn't mention Hunter Cordell. So really love that we, they kept that in their back pocket, and we've been able to enjoy, for us, a surprise for that staff. They knew that Hunter Cordell was good, no doubt. But but it's fun to see those players step up, like you say, for us out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, that is lots of fun.
So here comes the Thunder on the ball on the 19-yard line, just inside the red zone. Takes the snap, and he's going to take it himself. Another quarterback-designed run, breaking a couple tackles. He gets second level, and then some more into the first down and inside the 10-yard line.
Man, he is just shifty. That must have been such a hard decision to keep him at quarterback with how well he moves. But, man, if you design your playbook well enough around a quarterback that can move like this, it can do amazing things for your team.
And we'll talk about Thunder's schedule in just a little bit, but they have a tough schedule coming up. Nothing easy for this team before they get into conference play. And you like these plays kind of warming up for those tougher games. What can we do? What can't we do? Hunter May takes it on the option, and he's wrapped up. We'll just get a couple yards. It looks like we have another timeout on the field. And that's going to be a timeout for Idaho Falls. We'll take a timeout as well. Let's recognize our sponsor one more time there, Jesse.
Levitt Select is locally operated with locations in Rexburg, Rigby, Idaho Falls, Twin Falls, and Boise. Levitt's mission is to help our community by providing policies personalized to each consumer's needs. The community they work and live in is their #1 priority. As such, they offer a wide range of insurance products and companies able to take care of their community's assets. Levitt Select in Idaho Falls wants to be your insurance professionals. Please call them today at 208-522-2582. Levitt Select Insurance, here for all your insurance needs.
We teased out the Pocatello Thunder schedule. So tonight they're playing Idaho Falls. Next week they play Blackfoot. Should win that game, but Blackfoot's a much improved team as they got their head coach from Declo. They won for the first time last week since 2022 season.
Wow.
Since they didn't win any games last year. But after Blackfoot, Pocatello goes to Sandpoint. After Sandpoint, Highland. After Highland, Twin Falls, and they finally get into conference play. So tough 1, 2, 3 games before that conference play.
And we'll be calling
after
a couple
playing
of
Blackfoot.
those.
We'll be calling a couple of those. So stay in touch. We'll be here all year. Handoff to the outside. Trying to get to the outside is number 6, Huston Hemerick. And he's brought down just inside the 5-yard line.
Nice little quick outside run. Looks like maybe another timeout.
Officials coming over probably to mention a clock malfunction as they get closer and closer to the play clock. Really appreciate these officials. You know, there's been a lack of officials across Idaho, and games have to be rescheduled. Games have to be played on Thursday. So if you're looking for a side gig, if you're looking, to get into high school sports, you want to give back to the community, get to know these players, help us keep these games going, look into officiating, look into joining the hats and helping these high school players play these sports that we love to watch and they love to play. 3rd and 3 on the 3-yard line. 4:05 to play. Makes a couple guys miss. Dances into the touchdown. That's another 6 for Pocatello Thunder.
And that one was too easy once again, right up the middle. Made that little bit of a jump juke back to the right side. Just as simple as it gets, right into the end zone.
Tavin Williams on that 3-yard rushing touchdown. And that is Tavin Williams' first touchdown of the night.
Wow. Surprising with how many touches he's had.
Hold is good and kick is solid. Right down the middle, nice and high. That thing could have gone much further, or they could have been pulled back much further and still would have gone in. Nice hit there from Pocatello's kicker. Brings us to 35-16. Pocatello leads with 4:01 to play. So, Jesse, your Idaho Falls Tigers, you're down by a lot. I'm not going to do the math so I don't offend anyone. What do you do if you're the Idaho Falls Tigers here? If you're the coaching staff, what are you telling your team? And if you're the players, how are you responding?
I'm going to cheat off of you a little bit, what you were saying earlier. Just getting wins, wherever it may be. Wins on the offensive line in the trenches. Maybe you get a good pass block. Maybe your quarterback doesn't get sacked. Focus on those wins because we're down to 4 minutes left. You're down by quite a bit.
19.
Yeah, by 19.
I did the math.
You did the math and offended people.
Yeah.
I'm just But, so, like you said, you're down, but you got to look for those wins where they are. So then you don't lose all the confidence that you have because losing sucks, let's be honest. Everyone hates losing. But if you can find something to hold your head high on, that is what makes good teams great.
Let's see if Idaho Falls can win this last 4:01 to play, win these potentially last reps, Jesse. Win the next snap. Nice kick there from Thunder. And they're going to return it back. And they do get just across the 20-yard line. A nice kick there from Thunder's number 28, who is not on our list. I wish I could shout him out because he's been nailing this football tonight, both on the extra points and on the kickoffs. But there's no 28 on our roster. So shout out to the mysterious kicker, number 28. If you have his number, let us know. I'm E1 at E1 Educador is my Twitter handle. Made it back when I was a Spanish teacher.
Ecuador.
At E1 Educador. Educator.
Educador.
At E1, but it was El Educador, El the Educator.
I see.
Right, but the E1 to kind of put a number in there because that's what you did.
Of course.
That's what you do.
That's what you do.
So here we go. Ellison with the ball on about the 20-yard line, takes the snap, throw to the outside, and they get out of bounds. Nice throw and nice yards after catch for Easton Watkins.
Again, probably his favorite target tonight. Just finds him out there on the quick curl route. And the offensive line held there. Ellison had the time to throw that he needed and worked to perfection.
Gabe Howe, Easton Watkins have had great games tonight. Their favorite targets for Bradley Ellison. 2nd and 5, ball on the 26-yard line. 3:45 to play. They're pass to the outside. This time that pass was to Jagger Williams, the senior wide receiver.
I think called dead on the forward progress after he was hit by 4 or 5 defenders.
Which, of course, our illustrious leader, Paul Kingsbury, he hates forward progress. He says if you can pick up that guy and march him back 10 yards, you should be allowed to. Shout out the boss, Mr. Paul. Throw to the outside. Ooh, I like that throw, but just a little bit too high for Howe. I really want to call Howe Gordy Howe. You know, the hockey player, right? That was a miss there, parents. That was a miss there. Gabe Howe. No, I like that throw from Ellison, just a little high. Yeah. He threw it before Gabe Howe had cut to the outside. Nice route, nice throw, just a little high for Gabe. So 2nd and 10. 32-yard line. 3:12 to play in this game. 35-16, Thunder lead the Tigers. Takes the snap. Nice read there. Went through his first, second, and then hit his third read. Love that quarterback play from Ellison.
Yeah, and that may be one of the wins that they're finding right now. I mean, you just love to see it when a quarterback can drop back and have time for all of those
1,
reads.
2, 3. And the way he was squaring his shoulders,
Yes.
not 1, not 2, not 3, boom, or yes, 3, and hits his player up the middle.
Beautiful. As a football nerd, that's just such a fun thing to watch.
2:40 to play. 3rd and 5 on the 37-yard line. Ellison takes the snap. And some confusion on that throw. I think he thought his player was coming back. That was Howe. And ball falls incomplete, though we weren't sure if it was going to Howe or number 12, Griffin Pearson. First time we've called his name tonight, the sophomore wide receiver. So 4th and 5, they're going to go for it. And we'll see if they can win this play right here,
Yeah.
Jesse.
If you can get a 4th and 5, that's a win.
What's the call here?
Oh. Try a screen again.
They're in the pistol. A screen is definitely possible on that far side. He's going to take it himself. He's not. He fakes the run. Pass is intended. No. Pass goes incomplete. Excuse me. Pass was completed but falls incomplete. And a player is hit hard on that, and he is down and taking a breather. Again, another rush from, another rushed out. Ellison rushed out of the pocket, Jesse, and made a really great throw, but a Tiger wide receiver just couldn't hold on and looked like he's down. So we'll take a quick break and step aside to make sure he's okay. It looks like he is okay. He's able to stand, get up. Probably got the wind just knocked out of him. And that's Gabe Howe, who was on that reception. Hit hard, and ball is popped out before he really had possession, Jesse.
Yeah, they really started looking towards him here in the second half. And it was working for that one drive. They went down and they scored. But now with 2:25 left, the game looks like it may be over.
I like the throw from Ellison. That is something that you can hang your hat on. It was a good throw.
Yeah.
Just a lot of traffic there, and Howe hit hard as that ball falls incomplete. So Thunder will take over on downs.
In fact, seeing some JV players
And
in.
seeing a backup quarterback in. That's number 28, who we don't have on our roster. Hands it off. And good run there. Just getting some positive yards, about 4 or 5 for the Thunder. And more backups coming in. Good call there from the Thunder offense. Get more guys reps. You never know. You're one play away from going in.
Yep.
And getting this live action work is crucial.
Yeah, and that's fun for those JV guys to get some reps. It is so much fun.
JV, of course, played last night, had the victory, got the victory over the the JV team of this Tigers club. 143 and counting to play, 35-16. Number 28, the backup quarterback, is in. And the kicker, by the way. Flag on the play. That one's probably going to come back. Again, I got my Twitter open. If someone knows who number 28 is, would love to get his name and shout him out as this game closes. 1:33 to play, 35-16 Thunder lead. So 2nd and 9 on the 36-yard line in Tiger territory. Let's see if the backup quarterback, are they going to let him run or just keep handing that ball off? They do hand it off. That's number 2, and he breaks free. Makes a couple guys miss. Finally brought down inside the red zone. Cash Stuckey with the run, Jesse.
Yeah, and that was great. Just that burst was insane. Once he saw that opening, he planted that foot and just took off like a rocket. And, man, I thought he was going to score.
And Cash Stuckey, his hands on his helmet like, I was so close. With some speed there as he broke through the line and got second level. Cash Stuckey, of course, mostly plays defense. So it's fun to see him there on that run.
And he was probably begging to stay in, but they ran out another running back.
So more reps for the Thunder. 1:06 to play to close this game. Again, knocking on the door. Another run to the outside. Finally brought down, but flag on the play. And that was Jonathan Adams carrying that ball, but it looks like it's going to be a hold there, Jesse. As you say, hold on that outside is so easy to call. So easy to commit and so easy to call.
Yeah, and I just noticed a lot of the Pocatello players are wearing white gloves, but Idaho Falls is in black. So it is probably extremely easy to see when there's a hold.
No doubt. Got to get those Pocatello boosters to get some black gloves.
Even that dark navy that they wear might even work. Man, and that would look good with those navy helmets.
You're a uniform guy.
I am.
Right on.
Absolutely love it.
So they kneel the ball with 1 minute to play, and they'll let the clock run out. Again, that was 28. Would love to shout him out, but good job finishing this game for the Thunder as he came in late in the fourth quarter to spell Hunter May, who had been playing lights out all game long. That'll take us to about 25 seconds. One more kneel, and that should do it. And they do kneel one more time as the clock runs out. The Thunder will win this ball game 35-16 over the home team, Idaho Falls Tigers. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back for some post-game analysis and the IdahoSports.com player of the game, brought to you by
At the end of regulation, the score is
the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. You're watching the East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. We'll be right back.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through 2 strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
At all our local Teton dealerships, we're committed to our no problem philosophy.
No problem means we'll find it, not we don't have it.
No problem means the same fair prices that we've always offered on our new vehicles.
Because when you shop with us, it's always no problem to buy and service your vehicles.
Don't start.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com as the Pocatello Thunder defeat the Idaho Falls Tigers 35-16. Touchdown was first scored by the Idaho Falls Tigers by Bradley Ellison. Great throw to Watkins with 22 seconds left in the first quarter, but the 2-point conversion failed. Idaho Falls strikes first, but after that it was a lot of Pocatello Thunder. In the second quarter, Hunter May, touchdown rush for 33-yard touchdown run. PAT was good. Then later on in the second quarter, Hunter May, another touchdown run. PAT was good. Later on in the third, Peyton Bott had the 83-yard field goal block return, which was just a phenomenal special teams play from the Pocatello Thunder, and the PAT was good there. Hunter May, later on in the fourth, 21-yard touchdown pass to Hemerick, and then in the fourth quarter, a 3-yard touchdown rush from Tavin Williams. Sprinkled in there were a couple Idaho Falls touchdowns and a Juan Varela 28-yard field goal kick, and then a Bradley Ellison 10-yard touchdown pass to Watkins. So some good scoring from both sides, but Thunder just too much for the Tigers.
Yeah, especially in that second half, they kind of just took off. I mean, the first half was very close, a very, very defensive game. But like you said, Joel, in that second half, the Thunder just took off on offense.
So let's discuss our IdahoSports.com player of the game, Jesse. Who's it going to be tonight for us? Probably no mystery if you're watching this game, but who is it?
Of course, Hunter May, I mean, he did everything today. He even caught a ball today. We watched it happen. But yeah, no, he did great. He had 2 rushing touchdowns and 1 touchdown pass. We were surprised. We thought it was more touchdown passes, but I mean, he was doing just about everything. He had that really long 33-yard touchdown run on that kind of zone read play right up the middle. I mean, he was just making plays left and right. He had that 21-yard touchdown pass. That was that slant play across the middle. It just came wide open. He's kind of rolling to his right and made that throw. But yes, Hunter May is our Shift Idaho player of the game.
So coming up next week, the Pocatello Thunder are going home for the first time this year versus Blackfoot. We talked about that already. That should be a win for Pocatello, but don't overlook Blackfoot, those Blackfoot Broncos, as they're a much different team than the last few years. For Idaho Falls, they go to Century. They go on the road and visit Century on that new turf just installed a few days ago. And last game you were at Burley Century, that was played at Highland.
Yes.
And then a few days later, they installed that turf. And Idaho Falls will be playing on that turf at Century. Century continued to struggle last year, the year before, and now this year so far. We'll see if that might be a win for the Idaho Falls Tigers. And with that, Jesse, where are you going to be next week?
Where am I going to be? I'm going to be, which one was it? I was just looking at it.
I know where I'm going to be. I'm going to be Madison versus Skyline here at Rafson Stadium, and I believe I'm going to be with you, Jesse.
Oh, yeah?
Come on, man.
Let's go.
Get excited. So
Yeah.
Jesse and I will be here next week here at Rafson Stadium, Madison versus Skyline. Of course, they're in 2 different classifications. Madison is now in the new 6A classification. Skyline is in 5A. Of course, all these teams have moved up a classification with Idaho getting more population. We're moving into that 6A, and Skyline is now 5A, along with their fellow High Country Conference foes. So next week will be a great matchup, Madison versus Skyline, a nice classic. Even though they're in different classifications, you want to win that game if you're both of those teams. That would also boost your max preps ranking, your strength of schedule, and all of that in preparation for the playoffs, because those playoffs will come before we know it. And if you haven't won big games and you haven't defeated those good teams, your ranking will be lower, and you might be seated in a less desirable seating, Jesse. So we'll see you next week, Jesse and I, for the Madison Skyline game here at Rafson Stadium. But for that, that's gonna do it for us here at the East Idaho Game Night, IdahoSports.com. This has been an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of East Idaho Game Night, presented by Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Additional coverage on IdahoSports.com has been brought to you by Lookout Credit Union, Teton Auto Group, and Levitt Select. This broadcast was also made possible by the great support from these local businesses: Teton Auto Group again, Mountain View Event Center, MVP Rentals, and Creta Larson, Silver Creek Realty. Special thanks to Athletic Director Nick Birch for all of his help in helping us meet coaches, getting some good notes, and helping us feel super comfortable up here in an awesome broadcast booth. And thanks to everyone else here at Rafson Stadium and Idaho Falls High School for their hospitality and help in getting this game broadcast to you. Congratulations again to our IdahoSports.com player of the game, Hunter May, presented by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. 2 rushing touchdowns and 1 touchdown pass, and everything in between. Thanks again for joining us as the Pocatello Thunder defeat the Idaho Falls Tigers by a score of 35-16. For my broadcast partner,
Jesse Richens,
and everyone else behind the scenes here at IdahoSports.com, I'm Joel Richardson saying be excellent to each other, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.